Welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group's Twitch channel. We're glad you guys could join us for another D&D 5th Edition campaign session of The Blackest Heart. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel and you would like to join us live sometime, you can join us on... hold on, I'm getting an echo. Let's try that. So, let's just see if that fixes it. I'm going to have to mess with the audio here. There we go. Okay. So, as I was saying, if you're joining us, if you're watching on YouTube, on Saturday when we put it out on YouTube, and you want to join us live when we're doing this live, come to www.twitch.tv/TOGGDM, TOGGDM. And that on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is right now, and you can actually join us live for our session. A couple announcements for tonight, but before we get into that, let's do a real quick audio check to make sure we can hear everyone real well. Eurydice? Rogar?
Oh, hello.
Jacob?
So did you know the average American person is actually not from Canada?
Okay. Diana?
Yo.
That'll do. Zeroth?
I'm just going to say that sounded very moist.
Oh, boy. All right. So it sounds like we can hear everyone real well, which I'm pleased with. So,
it's
hey,
Razmith now.
Thanks for joining us there, Singe Novastar. Oh, that's right, Razmith. I need to change that in the thing. All right. So, to our announcements, as always, we need to give a shout out to Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They are our sponsor. They are awesome. If you need anything for your games, from dice trays, dice towers, miniatures, rollout maps, dice bags, any of that kind of stuff, they've got it. So, right there is their link to go to their website. If you do go to their website, you see something you like, and you decide to purchase it, make sure to use TOGG15, TOGG15, and you'll get 15% off of your purchase. Let's see. Other announcements. Well, a big one. Tonight, we are doing a giveaway. This dice tower, this beautiful dice tower, which was donated to us by Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. Now, I will say, and this is a disclaimer here, the reason we get this donated is because it did not meet their high standards, which are very high, because this, apparently, they said there's some defects on there and they don't feel like selling it because they want the stuff they sell to be just the best high quality prints that they can do. Honestly, you cannot see where any defects are. At least I can't. I've looked all over this thing. Okay. No, maybe something there, but it's really hard to tell where there's any defects, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And it is a fully working dice tray. We will be giving that away tonight at probably about halfway through the stream. So hopefully you will stick around and enjoy the show, and then about halfway through we'll give that away. Other announcements. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is our collaborative build stream, and during that we will be doing another giveaway. But that time it's going to be for a Tailspire key. So some lucky winner is going to win themselves Tailspire, so they can play on Tailspire with their friends, or join us in the collaborative build stream. So that's something that we're going to do tomorrow night. Other announcements. I'm hoping that we get some schedule time set up soon to do episode 4 of Heart to Blackest Heart, and we'll find out who's available and when we can do that. And then as soon as we know, we are going to post that in our Discord. Be sure to check out our Discord and hop in, become a Togglodite. Yes, that's what I call you guys, Togglodites. But be sure to do that, and other than that, throw us a follow Spread the word about us, helps to grow so we can continue to provide content for you guys to enjoy and hopefully do more things and improve on the quality of stuff. All right, I think that's pretty much everything, unless anybody else has anything, which I think we have at least one, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm streaming over at Dragonfire45. Come and hang out with me. I'm fun and I play Minecraft and other games.
And Rogar?
You can always check me out as a DM. Where do I stream? Absolutely 20. Here soon, within the next like 4 months, we'll be starting our actual podcast. So we'll live up to our true name.
All right, outstanding. And anybody else? Any announcements? Nope. Okay, then.
Oh,
without...
yeah, I need to restart Discord real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh gosh,
Uh-oh.
the cameras are about to shift.
All the cameras are going to move around.
no.
Hopefully they will be right back in the correct
Chaos.
spot.
Who?
Hold on.
All right, we'll wait a second for that. All right.
I don't know
Well,
who
actually,
I am.
while she's doing that, without further
Ah.
ado, we bring you the Blackest Heart.
My head is.
All right, and we are back. So, to recap where everyone left off, the party had been continuing their journey north towards the Shifter Kingdom in hopes of confronting Diana's mother and putting an end to the threat against Diana's life, and hopefully reclaiming her kingdom and starting to make right what was wrong. On their way, continuing north, the altitude and the weather began to change as it got colder and colder and colder, till eventually they were trudging through snow in the forest. Eventually, after they came upon a campsite that they set up for the evening, they heard noises in the woods. And those noises were basically howls of wolves. Something you would expect to hear in the wilds, but they were getting closer. Rogar decided to go investigate and make sure he could see what was going on. And as he did, he discovered not one, not a couple, but a large pack
That's number.
of very large winter wolves that began to immediately target him and attack. Yelling back to the rest of the camp and the Antonio, who was the other one on watch with him, Antonio went about waking up the members of the party and trying to get everyone to defensive positions to stave off this attack. They fought fiercely. Fortunately, not many were severely injured by these large creatures. But it wasn't but a few moments into the battle when the wolves suddenly stopped, ears perking up, heads on a swivel, and Eurydice feeling a very slight trembling under her feet, when a giant purple worm burst forth from the earth, causing the remaining wolves to scatter, and itself targeting the party. Rogar found himself in the belly of this beast, being crushed in the dark and finding it very difficult to move. Thankfully, due to the combined efforts of the party members, they were able to slay this beast as it attempted to flee with Rogar still inside of it. Fortunately, the final blow took it down, and Rogar was able to escape with not too much health left in his body. After that...
All I know,
Yeah, go ahead.
hearing all of what actually happened, I'm just imagining Diana as all of this is going down going, none of these things should be here. What is going on? It never used to be like this up in the mountains.
Yeah, things are a little different from when you last remember them. A lot seems to be even more dangerous. And as the party recovered from that fateful encounter in the middle of the night, they set themselves up to rest
Oh, you forgot
Finish
one
the-
important thing.
Oh yes. Go ahead.
Agni gave Jacob weed
Oh,
to summon
yes.
her room with.
That is true. Jacob was no longer blind because before going to bed that night, he tried to get the spell components from those around in the group. And, well, he wasn't able to get exactly the right things, but they seemed to do the trick as he finished the spell and Hrim came into existence. However, he was a deep blue, as opposed to his normal whites with hints of gray here and there, his normal snow camouflage. So, other than that, he seemed to be perfectly fine and functioning well, but he was definitely looking
What was the name of that blue cuckoo?
The Kujiro?
different.
Was it Kujiro?
I think.
I think so. I might be wrong.
It's been a long, well, I say it's been a while. I speedrun the game now.
I think it was Kujiro.
But to finish up, the party did manage to rest and then continued traveling again towards the north until eventually, as they worked their way through the snow and a kind of a deep fog that had settled in on the environment, they notice in the distance the shadows of mountains looming before them. And very faintly, almost as if it's just twinkling starlights, lights seeming to lead up a portion of the mountain in what may be a path. And that is where we find them now. So, that is where you guys are. You are currently
Oh, I forgot to mention.
in the forest, looking upon mountains before you, and a possible path through up the mountains. All right, go ahead.
Eurydice, throughout this whole trip, she's taught anyone who doesn't know how to sleep how to sleep.
as the only elf in this world's history, as far as you know, to actually be able to sleep as opposed to just go into the trance, I can see that as being something she would definitely want to share with people.
Oh yeah, like Echo doesn't really need sleep either since he's a Warforged and Lee doesn't really care for it. He's just like, I'd rather trance. But I could see Echo just being like, okay, time for a nap. And he just does the thing that BMO does in Adventure Time and just takes out his batteries, falls down, and someone has to roll him over to put his batteries back in.
Oh, jeez. Hey, it worked, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Does Diana recognize any of the sights as well as the lights in the distance?
You know that this is a mountain pass. It's not actually the main mountains where the kingdom is. This is kind of, compared to those mountains, these are almost like foothills. They're kind of the precursor to getting up into that terrain and eventually making it to your kingdom. You do
How
know,
far would you say?
You do know that from where you're at, and these mountains, if you were like directly in line with the kingdom from here, you figure it would take you 4 days travel once you get up into the mountains, and then you would be able to be there, so almost a week. But you're not sure exactly where in line you are with the kingdom, but you're pretty sure it's, not much. You can't be more than a day or two, too far to the west or too far to the east, if any. You could be right there. It's kind of hard to tell because these mountains, they all kind of look the same.
Dinah will be checking over a map just to make sure, and turn to Rasmuth, who is more familiar with mountain passes and whatnot. And she'll point out to him on the map about where the kingdom would be and where they are and adjacent to it from what she knows. She's like, I think we're about a week and a half from where we need to get. what's in front of us is actually just more of a small pass compared to where the mountains that we actually need to get into. You wouldn't happen to have any suggestions on how to make this go faster, would you?
Give me a moment to think of that. Put me on the spot here.
Well, then Ulysses
At the
kinda
moment, you're just gonna see
slides up
Rasmus
to
just
the-
kind of like patting his chest here. He's just trying to figure something in his pockets might do the trick.
Eurydice just kind of slides up. She's like, "Well, Diana, you're the expert of this. Singing and songs will make everything go faster." I don't know.
Eurydice, I don't think singing and songs is going to prevent all of you from getting hypothermia and frostbite, depending on how long it takes to get up those mountains.
Okay, I was thinking of moral support, not actually freezing to death. But
Yeah, because the mountains in front of us are small, very small, compared to the mountains we need to get to.
Amazing.
okay then.
Well, I mean, for the most part, I know that both Rogar and I, and I'm sure your diseases we did provide clothes,
Yep.
are bundled up for this type of weather.
Yeah, the higher we get,
dumbasses.
the colder it's going to get. And I'm
I'm
not
aware
sure
on
if
how
that
altitude
is
works.
meant for temperatures.
God,
Did-
he's so spicy.
Did
It's true.
Did did the dumbasses remember to bring warm clothing?
All of you have winter gear who wanted it. So like
The
Like-
dwarves came prepared.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
and,
but
and like Agni, that's the Warforged, right? Agni?
no, Echo
Omni.
is a warforged.
Echo really wouldn't
One of
need
them.
it.
Yeah, Echo doesn't need it. What about Agni?
Hey.
He's
Oh.
the fire dynasty.
Yeah, looking at him, he doesn't really give off heat. It's the Fire Genasi, it's more
Damn.
light than heat.
Damn.
So
Boo.
he's wearing full-on winter gear. And he still seems to
think it would
actually be
funny
shivering.
if- I just thought it would be funny if, after all of this we've gotten so far, they forgot to bring winter clothing.
That
And for those
might
times-
actually kill
Really
them.
bad, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it would be horrible, but it would be great for a one-off joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Until they freeze to death.
Yeah, but let me have my moment.
I'm gonna be honest here. I'm looking at terrain. It all looks flat, for the most part.
Well,
Once
if
we
you
get
look-
to like
if you look
harder
further up,
terrain,
yeah, if you look further up towards where your characters are facing,
Mhm.
you'll see that it definitely rises up into some mountains.
Okay. Well,
Is it to assume that where the kingdom actually is akin to climbing like Mount Fuji or Mount Everest because of how fucking high up it is?
Not quite as high, but pretty close. There are taller mountains in this world, but this one your kingdom is definitely among some very tall mountains. They aren't
And
the
I-
tallest,
and-
but they are up there.
And I take it the temperature is about akin to Mount Everest,
Not
given
quite.
how high
a
up they are.
little less, but I mean,
That's
really,
fucking cold.
it's a give or take of 10 degrees, and by the time it's that cold anyway, 10 degrees really doesn't mean that much to you.
mhm.
It's all fucking cold at that point.
well, are you guys good at climbing a rope?
Based on memory, would it actually be better and easier for Diana to start guiding them in her fox form to get them through the pass?
Mm,
How are you gonna climb the rocks?
let's see. Well, what is your athletics in your normal human form? What's your bonus on
My athletics is +3. My
Okay.
acrobatics is a +5.
Yeah, well, this climbing is more athletics. So,
We're
I
athletic.
also don't know how that transfers to her fox form. Because this is
basically-
her terrain
right,
for that creature.
right. And I'm looking at something right now, just waiting for this to actually
Well,
pay me.
as useful as being the creature that you are, if we're talking about moving faster, you still have that ability to transform somebody into a different creature, correct?
Technically, yes, but only for an hour.
It's at least an hour of travel being a little faster.
Not in the
Okay.
way you're probably expecting, especially depending on
Maybe
how
a little bit
steep
better.
we have to climb.
Okay, well, here's an idea I have. How much rope do we have together? Because what we can do is I can take some branches and we can fashion some makeshift snowshoes so that we can travel a little faster. Once we get to the rocks themselves, I personally can just climb the rock, hammer down a rope up there, and then you guys climb the rope and just keep doing that to get up the ledge.
Mm.
Best bet I got there.
It probably could work.
Let's.
As far as like you getting to turn people into animals, could you turn Galar into a bear?
Can I ask why?
Oh, she's
How-
already a bear.
How loud are you saying this?
I am whispering.
Okay, hold on.
I am whispering very quietly.
Diana's gonna look at Rasmus and goes, I'm not
Ooh.
turning her into a bear for sibling rivalry.
Okay,
It's not sibling rivalry. I thought
Seems
she'd
boring.
like to feel as if she was one with her own.
One with
Galar,
her.
Galar
She's gonna kill
leans
you.
over to you.
Like Rasmus is just like looking over
Like-
his shoulder.
Galar, actually, she just almost like it's like she appears at your shoulder, like right behind you, and kind of looking
Hi.
over your shoulder, and you hear
Wait.
right next to your ear. She whispers. She goes, "If I'm a bear, I will eat you, you insolent little shit."
I was
Wow.
just asking, why are you so fucking rude today?
I mean, you called a woman a bear.
I was merely telling a joke. Pull the rock out of your bum.
No, I am
We're gonna
a
try and turn
flower.
it into a gemstone, are we?
Oh, that's
All
it.
the pressure
And
on
she-
your little butt. He's Rasmus
she-
just to start running.
And she's running after you, and she's like, "Come here, you little shit!" Ah!
Nope,
And
nope. Rasmus
and it-
just dash.
and it's
Use his dash.
Wow.
and
Do I
the-
have dash?
Yeah.
everyone can use an action now.
Okay, cool. I'm
and-
dashing away.
All right, and
Dashing through the snow.
everyone, you see what has basically been Rasmus's childhood for a very long time, recurring again with his sibling over and over and over again as she's chasing him, attempting to just like smack him across the back of the head, and he's just dodging out of the way and just running, and it's like two little kids.
Rasmus
are-
is gonna run under a
yeah.
tree, and he's gonna try and shoulder check it to make some of the snow fall on her as she's running behind him.
Little do I know, Cole has turned into a snow leopard. Wild
Oh.
shaped into a snow.
He,
Oh, God.
he's gonna die. He's going to die one of
No,
these
he
days.
like did it in front of everyone. He's just like, I'm cold, and she just
Diana's just gonna turn to Rogar and be like, I am so glad I was an only child.
You do remember that all of my siblings were murdered.
You chose the worst person to say that to.
I
Oh my
stand
God.
by my comments. Because if this is what you have to put up with siblings,
Oh no, my siblings were way
and she's
ahead.
gonna turn and point to Jacob now and go, we're never having more than one child. Because I don't think I could keep up with 3 of you.
Jesus Christ. crazy. Just bring up my dead family.
So, Rasmuth, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay.
I could do that.
I got an 11. No, wait, no, that's
No.
strength. Yeah, yep, I got an 11.
You got an 11. Okay. So you shoulder check this tree, and
Probably
Just
knocked me on my ass.
just as Galar is kind of getting to you and trying to like come around the tree to get to you, a large, it's almost like a blanket of snow from the branches of this tree drops right on her, and it is hilarious. And before you can even start to like laugh at how funny this is, another one falls and it hits you. And you're both now on your ass, half buried in snow.
Diane's gonna go over and she's gonna help Galar get out first. And
See how
then
it is.
she will help Rasmuth.
All right.
God.
Let me clean myself off. That was refreshing.
I'm glad you think so.
Gallard, you cool down?
You're just asking for death, sir.
I am not asking for death. She just has a hard time expressing herself. This is what I do.
She has a hard time expressing herself, or you have a hard time not, stirring the pot.
I like stirring the pot every now and then. Besides, it's nice fresh snow.
That is true.
It's a younger sibling thing.
Again, only child.
She's lucky I didn't try to shove anything down her shirt. Then I thought
I
might
wish
wanna
I were
keep
an
my
only
hand.
child, but those dumbasses make me an older sister.
I'm just. Well,
Wait, am I an older sister or am I a younger sister? Because technically,
I don't think it matters, Ulysses, given that you're the only one that's actually mentally mature at times.
Yeah.
Or rides off. You can't.
the talk family.
But
Big fan.
anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. We can make makeshift snowshoes. We can that'll help us get a little bit more traction, so we can move up, and then we can start tying some ropes. Wish I was a really good jumper, but
DM question. Roll
Yes.
fast.
Wish I was like a jumper. Huh?
With like seeing the mountain in the distance, can Jacob estimate how long it would take to just get to the base of it to get to the pass?
You can estimate. You know what? Give me a survival check.
Oh boy, my favorite skill.
How would the Rogar
Nice.
feel?
4.
4. Okay.
Damn.
You think maybe a week?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And it's really hard. It's really hard to tell.
Wait, what kind of check was it?
Survival.
Survival.
Ooh, can I make it?
You can try.
Diana's just gonna keep talking to Rasmuth about different ways they could safely get over and through the mountains.
I have a way
22.
for myself.
22.
Clark.
Okay. You actually kind of using your impeccable perception to peer through as best you can the heavy fog and focus in on those lights that go up and which are kind of to you would indicate mountains. And then following that gaze down towards the lowest one that you can see, trying to estimate the base.
Yeah.
You figure that trudging through this snow, probably half a day.
Guys, it'll take us like half a day. To trudge up
Okay,
there.
that gets us there.
I
That
could
does
do
not get
that.
us over them.
I mean,
Which
if
that's
you
gonna
don't
be
mind
the hard
climbing in the
part.
dark, we
if
can
we
climb
stop
the dark.
here,
Oh fuck.
the more time we spend here trying to figure out how to do stuff, to get there is more time we've wasted to actually spend time to actually get to the place we want to go.
And Eurydice, while that actually has somewhat of a point, you're missing the fact that if we get into those mountains and we haven't already thought of a way to try and get through it safely, either a rock slide or an avalanche, someone missing their footing, someone not having a good enough grip, someone not understanding how to get through what they need to, they're gonna fall.
Question. How many people can you turn into a different
One.
thing?
I mean, I can cast fly on my steed, and me and one other person can.
If you
Well,
turn
actually, I
one,
was gonna ask if you wouldn't be offended if you use a nightmare. We could create like a little sled, and
My small dog. He is a
The
small
small dog
puppy.
that you can turn it into a
Oh.
dire wolf?
I have to concentrate very hard on that. For
I thought he already was a giant one. My bad.
no,
No.
No.
it's a third
No,
level.
he's
spell.
basically a mastiff or a Rottweiler.
Oh, okay.
And it's only for 10 minutes.
Well,
so it's
yeah,
And
just
we would
as
need
long as
multiple dogs to pull a sled for just one person.
Well, I mean, we could try to tame a pack of wolves.
I tried
I
to
would
last
not
night.
advise that.
that was not the best.
We have
Well,
horses.
hold on. I may be able to fashion some traps for us.
I think
Hearing Eurydice, Diana's just gonna kind of poke Razmith on the back of the head lightly, and then gesture over to the horses.
And Eurydice is doing the Will Smith thing with the horses, just like.
I mean, then there comes the issue of how are we going to get the horses up there, but
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
point,
that's another
lead.
problem, because I don't remember how possibly narrow that pass is. However, for the trade, they have to be able to get something up there, unless they're using teleportation circles.
There must be an easier way to get up there if you're doing trade and stuff.
Well, how about
Again,
this?
I'm
I can
not
climb to
sure
the
if
top,
they do
create a
trade
pulley
via
system, and then
wagons,
just lower
or
a
if they
platform
do
down to
trade
you.
via teleportation.
Or instead of you climbing to the top, you get on my horse and we fly up there. I'm sure I can. 10 minutes of just
yeah.
straight dashing. My horse will be tired, but
Well, as long as I can get to the top, I could try to create a pulley system to just pull everyone up.
Either way, now that we have at least 3 fail-safe plans,
Fail safes?
if one doesn't work, you go to the next.
Hoping all of them work, but
yeah, that would be very cool.
I'm actually, if you're okay with making your horse tired, we can try that one first.
It's okay. An intelligent creature.
might I add that seeing as the last time a lot of noise was made, we should tread carefully just in case. We don't know what's going
How
to
about
be happening.
this? I'll shift and go on ahead, just maybe 20 or so feet ahead of the rest of you, to
Along
make
with the
sure
snow
I can
leopard.
still pinpoint safe path.
There's also this convenient snow leopard that we have that is also very good at climbing mountains and shit that we can also use. That might also scare away something. That may.
I'm pretty
I
sure a
mean-
snow leopard's not gonna mean shit, given the things we've already come across.
Oh, if it's smaller than a snow leopard, then hey, we've scared it away.
I'm pretty sure
Ultimately-
anything smaller than a snow leopard isn't an issue.
Ultimately, we just need to get over to the
I-
base of this thing.
I am down for just starting to walk forward.
I figured
Oh,
we
if
were
it's
walking.
walking forward, say
So
aye.
that's
Like, I figured we've all been walking
Yeah.
and talking.
Why would we stop and talk?
No, we're absolutely stopping and talking. This is
honestly, I
important
felt like we have stopped and we're just
Yeah,
sitting there
no,
talking.
I thought that we stopped.
Oh, Rogar.
Oh, I thought we
far
were
away.
walking
Just
and
still
talking.
Rogar's just going. He's like, I don't stop and talk. I can multitask.
While they're moving, Jacob is doing maths and thinking about a lot of different things, and then grunting loudly and looking over at the dumbasses with disdain, and then looking back forward.
I mean, all else fails, we could just leave them here.
Just abandon our
Didn't
cannon fodder.
you say you needed all the help you could get?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm also thinking they figured out a way to get here. I'm sure they can figure out a way up the mountain.
I mean,
Oh,
that,
No,
that
oh,
is
if,
true.
well, here's the thing: if we figure out a
Orion
way
has
up the mountain,
spider climb.
they can go up the same way.
Orion has spider climb, so he's set.
That's one out of how many?
If
Well-
you cast it at a higher level, does it do more people or does it last
Hold on.
longer?
It's up
That's a good
to
question. While Jacob will go over and talk to Rogar. So there's a way that we could get all of us up. It would require me to stay down here, one person being turned into a larger flying creature, taking one person up there, another person staying down here with me, you using your steed and flying up with someone there, and if I can get Trim up with anyone, there's potential that I can get whoever's with me up there as well.
Okay, that seems feasible. There's a lot of other
The
people.
top-ish of where they need to go. Can she tell how far flying-wise that would take? Like how long?
Yeah, how many feet would that take exactly?
I'm
How many
thinking
feet per
time
hour?
duration because I don't want to turn someone into a giant bird to carry them up there, and then halfway through up to the top they shift back.
That is true.
That
But if
would
they're
be a bad
dashing,
thing.
Dashing through the snow.
Because it's only for an hour.
You can travel really fast as the
Yeah.
fleet is dashing.
let me see. So my horse can do. It's like what? Times 2.
But wouldn't it just be
times-
Does it make its walking speed its flying speed, or does it have a base?
It has a base flying speed of 60, so I can do in 10 minutes 1,200 feet.
Yep.
And I can cast it 3 times, so 3,600 feet. And as long as there's a ledge that we can land on,
Yes,
I can
that's
just sit
ultimately the
there.
issue, is finding a spot to land.
Okay.
Isn't that about a
All
mile?
I'm imagining with the horse,
I'm
the
fucking out.
fly being cast on the horse, is just like it's not even like really walking. It's standing still and it just goes up.
No.
From logic.
Interesting.
All right. So, are you guys continuing to move forward then?
Yeah, we've been
Good
walking and
fusion.
Okay.
talking.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah.
Diana, did you shift into fox form or are you not?
No, but she is
Okay.
at the front.
Okay.
Spitballing ideas.
So while you've been talking, as you continue walking, it has been
Snow
about
leopard
half
Cole
an
is
hour.
just doing snow leopard Cole things.
It has been
Just
a,
goofing off.
it has been about half an hour or so as you've been talking and walking and trudging through the snow, and you are now closer to the mountains. In fact, let's see here. You figure it may take you another. Actually, if you want to make another survival check to determine exactly.
Ooh, ooh.
Absolutely.
Sure, why not?
Oh, 16 this time. Let's go
21.
up in the world.
14.
Okay, as you continue closer and closer.
I technically have a +4 to my survival, but I'm pretty sure it's smaller than Eurydice's.
+7, baby.
Yeah, you figure. Oh, come on, that didn't grab everything. There we go. You figure it'll be another couple hours, 2-3 hours, before you get to the base, as far as you can tell. And let's get all of you over there.
Why don't we just walk up mountain and when we encounter a problem, deal with it then?
No, that's how people die.
No, that's fair.
You need to make a plan now.
I've almost experienced death a few nights ago.
By the philosophy of we will burn that bridge when we get to it.
Because not all of us want to wait until the bridge is burned to try and cross it.
Oh, Jesus, it's so
The issue
white.
is that we've done that too many times, and we burnt a city.
I prefer stable ground over
literally burnt a
burning
city
ground.
because of that.
We shouldn't talk about that with our new friends here.
Oh no, they're fine. They
No, need the other new guys.
Oh, yeah. The
You
dumbasses
mean-
know what I've done. I
Nothing.
accidentally started a
Don't worry.
revolution in one city.
Well, sorry, it sounds like there's
No.
something underlying that tone of yours.
I don't think so.
All those revolutionaries died.
It's just me and my horse.
No.
Junior.
I have a very passive,
Because the path,
very high passive investigation. I could try to investigate.
Don't investigate nothing.
It would be your insight, not investigation.
which I
Aw.
have the highest out of all of us,
God, so bright.
with
Sadness.
the path being lit. So clearly it's a fairly commonly traveled path and whatnot, given the torches remaining lit and being maintained.
Mhm.
Would there be any, like, patrols or essentially checkpoints throughout that path leading towards the kingdom?
Are you
No.
just asking me as a DM and thinking this in your head, or are you musing this out loud to everyone?
I am asking you.
Okay.
Like, would she remember
You-
anything like that?
You could make the connection that if there are lights that are lit, then they're either powered by a magical source or someone has to maintain them. And if it's not a magical source, then someone maintaining them probably either has to patrol by here on some kind of basis or is by here. You're not sure which, you're not sure, it could be a magical source. No clue at this point. But you could make those assumptions, and based on what you find, you could further assume from there.
Okay.
Jacob is going to turn to Eurydice. If you're not already, please keep an eye out. I know that you can see really well.
I've been doing that since I met you guys.
We are moving, frankly, rather loud. Not for anyone's specific faults or anything of that. It was just more of continuous talking, which is not a big deal.
Big partying is like.
Yes, a lot of volume.
I think what he's saying is lower the volume.
I think what he's saying is that I should probably just keep an eye out for stuff.
I mean, it's a little bit of both, but yeah.
Can I investigate for anything like tracks in the area?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
I have a passive investigation of 23.
Okay. So
Do you want me to
how
roll
long-
investigation still?
Well, if you
Just as we're walking, as
you're
we're actively walking, yeah.
Okay, well, here's the difference. Investigation requires
Okay.
taking a little bit of time. Even passive, it's taking a little bit of time to kind of like stop and actually like look at things. Whereas perception is more of a kind
Oh.
of passing glance and notice. So which is it that you're really doing? Are you just kind of walking by at the speed everyone else is and just taking notice, or are you stopping and just kind of and moving things around and stuff like that?
I'll take brief stops to check
Okay.
something, but I'm just gonna keep moving, trying to keep up with the pack there.
Okay.
So it would be a perception
Over-
then.
Well, if you want to do investigation, then the entire group is going to have to move a little bit slower so
Oh,
that you
then
don't
I'll
fall
just
too
do-
far behind.
I'll just do
uh,
perception then.
Okay.
Eurydice is keeping an eye out for anything suspicious.
Okay.
And I rolled an 8, so I don't think I saw much of anything.
Yeah, you don't notice any tracks or anything like that.
Okay. I was trying to see if maybe I saw like some different trails of people
Yeah.
walking through or something.
Would I need to roll perception and history for Diana to try and look at things and see if she recognizes anything?
No, just history.
Okay. Because she's constantly looking for stuff
Mm.
that
that
is like
reminds that sparks memory.
reminders or triggers or things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So it'd just be a history check.
Um, 24.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
I rolled a 19 plus 5.
Thank you for taking care of that there, Dragonfire.
No problem.
Alright. So. Yeah, stupid messages. Yeah,
Stupid bots.
Yep. Anywho. So, with the 24, you don't recognize anything specific, but what you do remember, as you are now a little bit closer and a little easier to see the mountains themselves and the pass, that there are several passes across these kind of precursor mountains to the main mountain range that your kingdom's in. And all of them will get you through to the other side, which is gonna be at a higher elevation, but it flattens out for a little while before it hits the main mountains.
Do I remember if they're relatively, like, safe because of how often they're traveled? So they're, like, maintained?
What you do remember is that each one of them has a kind of guardian, so to speak.
No, no.
They don't really guard the pass to keep the pass safe. They guard the pass more because it exists, and it's not like they're appointed by the kingdom or anything. It's usually some creature or group will take one of these passes and basically turn it into a toll road.
Oh, she's not gonna be happy about that.
Wait, what was it? Say it again?
They turn it into a toll road, basically going through Houston.
I've been there before.
Yep. Such an
Magic.
awful place in the South Coast.
Diana's going to turn to the group as she remembers this,
Houston.
and she's gonna mention, so there are a couple of things I do remember about the passes. There's multiple ones we're going to have to get across now that I'm actually recognizing where we're at.
Alright.
So we'll have to pass where the pass to get to the pass.
Essentially, the difference is there are different beings and or groups that have laid claim to certain sections of the passes.
Oh, bandits. With poles.
So be
Let
fight.
me try to handle it first.
Yeah, just say you're the princess.
So be prepared
Right.
to fight, but peace is our first option.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially because any guards we may run into will be working for my mother. However, they are only listening to my mother because they have loyalty to the throne.
No,
They're
that's
not doing it for
that's
loyalty to her.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I said that you remember. You remember that they do not really work for the
No,
kingdom.
no. She's talking
Yeah.
like if they encounter any possible guards, like
Oh,
little
right.
guards from the city.
Little guard. Okay, yeah.
As for the groups, I would prefer to not have my re-entrance to my kingdom begin with slaughter to sentient lives.
I mean, I don't have to slaughter them. I can send them away for a bit and get them, but
Can we restrain them?
Restraining and knocking them unconscious, no killing.
Okay. I have just the thing.
That goes for all of you.
Hey, I'm down for.
I'm never
having to kill them
murder.
first.
Eurydice is just like cleaning, like picking out a fingernail with a knife.
I've never killed anyone. You have no proof.
Yeah.
Well,
I
no.
mean this, guys. This is my home. We do this how I say.
Diana. This is gonna be a weird question. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask since your silence says, go ahead. Do you have any writings of your mother? Like anything that she's written? Because, I mean, this is like my job. I could just forge up some documents.
I doubt that will work, only because one, I don't have anything, and two, they won't care about her.
Well, I meant the city.
The city I can handle.
Is there someone that
Quite-
they do care about? Well, we'll find out when we get to that road.
That's true.
Let me phrase it this way. Anyone inside of the kingdom has loyalty to the family. However, they have loyalty to the proper family. Once I show up, I should very easily be able to claim quote-unquote control. We're still gonna have to fight her, but any guards we may encounter or may have to talk to, and possibly even fight if they're under order, restrain and knock them unconscious. Do not kill any of them.
Oh wait, I'm good at restraining. Well, I'm good at knocking people out.
And I know every other city we've encountered, if we had to fight guards, we automatically deal with them. Don't kill them. They're still my people, and they're still just following the orders that they have to because it's the throne.
Now, this is what I'm going to say to you. If you can get them into a cube of 30 feet, I could instantly knock them out
As
if
for
they
the people,
fail.
as for the people and or things we might encounter throughout the passes, peace is the first option. Restraining and knocking them unconscious is the second one.
Once again, if you can get them in a 30-foot square.
I hear you, Rover. I want to make sure everybody else is understanding and agreeing with me,
No, I understand.
Hey, Jason,
I'm
I
just
said
joking.
Does anyone else
including
know
your
this?
friends, Eurydice.
They understand. And they all nod vigorously.
I feel like they would, because at this point, Diana's helped kill a dragon, and she's made it explicitly clear if they fuck anything up, she will kill them.
Yes, like even like the snow leopard sitting by, like next to them is just nods.
And she will go to Jacob and more so talk quietly for just the two of them. And she's like, I understand how protective you are. I need you to listen to me about this.
I will
Don't
not
kill anyone or anything.
I
We're
will
getting
not
in- We're getting
kill-
towards the actual territory. I don't want me coming home. The first thing somebody might hear or see or for me to do is bloodshed.
I don't plan on killing anyone unless they try to kill us.
I don't care. Restrain and knock them unconscious.
I will send them away. That's the best thing I can do.
Jacob, you're not hearing me.
I am hearing you perfectly fine, and I'm answering your
agree
question.
with me.
I did. I just did.
No, exactly what I told you, not your own little workaround.
I will not kill, if that's what you want.
Thank you.
It's a very begrudging promise.
It is, but she has.
She'll
she
take what
knows
she can
Jacob.
get.
She knows what Jacob will do for her.
Alright,
So-
don't worry, Jacob. I fully understand.
So,
So
if we
while
encounter
you guys are
anything-
discussing all this,
Yeah.
while you guys
Any
are
blunt
discussing all
weapons?
this, it hasn't been constant conversation the entire time because you've been trying to make progress as well, and this isn't a walk in the park. You're trudging through snow. It's
Take some time.
it's very cold out. You're carrying all your gear, plus most of you carrying, wearing heavy, thick, winter garb, so like thick fur garb. So it takes some effort and some strain, and so some of the, the conversation kind of takes its time in between catching your breath as you're moving through, and you continue on for about another hour and a half. And now, best guess, you're estimating that you should be at the base of the mountain anytime now. Could be 15 minutes, could be 30, 45 maybe, but it's probably closer to, probably less than that, as you are continuing to move on towards the mountains and towards that lighted path that seems to be your beacon.
Onwards!
Amazing.
I just hope I can actually talk our way out of things first. It would make everything a lot simpler.
True. If you can't
Oh,
talk,
well,
let's
yeah.
just lie.
That was
I'm
kind
good
of
at
a plan,
lying.
to be entirely honest.
Oh, I was like, I'm good at that.
If I can't convince them the first way I want to, I can spin it really fast.
I sent you some more information on that, Jason.
That's amazing.
Okay.
I'll help you to the best
I'll-
of my advantage.
I'll check that in just a little bit. And
Honestly, I think you just helping me will give me advantage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm proficient. I can definitely give out advantage with this.
of course, you know.
Best
if
thing
you
I
had
could
a-
do is dystopia, so.
If you
How
had a,
the fuck
if
did
you-
we suddenly
where
get
the hell did
49
it
people?
go?
No, it's just going up higher and higher.
Get what? I'm only seeing 11. I don't know where you're seeing. 49.
I'm seeing 49.
I'm seeing 49.
Holy
Where?
Shit.
A lot of beats. Oh god, there he goes.
Hi,
I was
everyone.
like, you might need to refresh your pages if you're seeing an incorrect number.
Oh, jeez.
53.
Holy.
Just keep it moving.
Even
Thank you for
Steven.
joining us, guys.
Yes.
Y'all
thank
remember
you.
that?
I hope you're ready
Yeah.
for some mountain
there
climbing.
Right?
Ready for a good old game of the ice climber.
riveting. Yeah. Really
And it jumped
riveting
back to
content.
11.
Yep. That makes sense.
As soon as I go check, it's just.
Yeah, it
Nope.
stayed 11 for me the whole time on my. Of course, I'm looking at OBS.
Oh hey, it
And
went
now
to
54.
Mine says 54 the whole entire time. That's not
Oh,
Alright, well,
jeez.
we need to get up this mountain, y'all.
Sorry.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, you're right. That's crazy.
Once we actually get to the base of the mountain and Diana
Okay.
can actually get her hands on one of those first things of light that they were seeing,
Mhm.
can she tell if it's magical or not? Simply just from being able to see it now, like up
Okay.
close.
Hold on, let's see here. I need to make sure. Oh, there he is. I was wondering where you were
I
hiding.
can detect magic for you.
Oh, wow. You gotta be a little
Oh,
bit
yeah, I
closer
can
there,
do-
buddy.
Go what?
There we go. Okay. So now I've got everybody there. All right.
Oh, I'm so scared to look at this.
What?
How bright it is. Paylor's light is true.
Bright as hell, you.
Taylor's light is a
God.
bitch.
Yeah.
I like how we've all just decided that we're gonna diss one god in particular.
And look, man, I don't like Paylor.
Hey, should bring people together.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, sometimes, yeah.
It does, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
mean, why are we here right now?
No, don't cleanse my sins, please. I like my sins. I'm gonna refresh really quick
so
to
I
see if it
don't know if
changes.
you'll allow it, but I have
Oh god,
an
it's at
idea
54 for me.
for a net
63.
launcher.
Okay. So hold on a sec. All right. So let's see.
What
This-
is it like bugging out or something?
Oh
I
wait, I
don't
think
know.
I know how I can do this. I'll just go to
Alright.
Twitch.
Everything alright?
Dungeons and Dragons, right? Or are we
Okay,
under
I like-
Tailspire?
I like that. That is perfectly fine there, Rasmuth.
I can just
I
search it.
I will accept that.
Right on,
Please
thank you
accept the
very much.
offering.
I want to know.
We'll know in the future.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We're
in order
definitely
to help
at
you
60.
try to subdue and or, not hurt these people, I'm going to try and create a net launcher.
Oh, dope.
That's amazing.
And if you guys want, I could try to also make you guys some net launchers as well.
I'm good. I don't use ranged weapons.
Roga, should I put someone in a mental prison to stop them from...
Mm-hmm. Yes. It'll only hurt but a little.
No!
So, my question.
All right. Yes.
I'm
Go
not gonna
ahead.
tell anyone.
Say it once again.
my
We've
question-
been distracted.
Yeah, my question was, once we're actually at the base of the mountain and we can actually see that first light that's like leading the path, essentially, is it normal or is it magical?
Have you cast Detect Magic, or are you relying on Rasmuth to do so?
Grandis will
somebody
do
else.
it if asked.
You know, I would think it's kind of obvious if it's magical or not, given if it's,
Nope.
Basic torches or not.
It's
No, you
not
can have
obvious.
magically torch. Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
have magical torches. Watch, I'll take up a stick and cast light on it, and make it look like a flame.
Mhm.
Hey.
It's not an
She's
obvious.
Turn
Mage
to
It's not.
cheated away.
Rasmuth with a very like plain expression, going, "Rasmuth, please help."
Alright, yeah.
No, it's
I'll-
okay.
I'll
Don't
take
ask
that.
your magic husband. It's cool.
Oh,
Oh.
don't other men for your magical needs, yuckers.
She just
She
wants to make
Right.
sure. She just wants to
It's
make
fine.
sure that you know she is not just using you for your magic.
Shit.
Yeah,
I'm also trying to make sure that other people get to use their talents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Eurydice,
Yes.
she has perfectly good, perfectly fine, not demon magic anymore. And
Do you have detect magic?
yes, I do.
Rasmus
do?
is just gonna
I
see
didn't
this
know this.
conflict and he's not gonna detect magic. I'm just gonna back away.
That seems like the best option.
There
my
seems to
friend.
be some tension here. That
There
you...
is.
Oh,
I
how about
can
you
also
both
cast
do
Fairy
it for
Fire.
her? How about
That's
that?
something.
What? Fairy fire.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not gonna
Right.
help.
Jacob will
Hey,
walk up
whoa.
to the thing and see if it's magical.
Okay. So you're gonna cast detect magic.
Nope, he's gonna do an Arcana check.
Okay. Roll it. Roll it.
Hey, can I
No,
help Jake with my
would've.
newfound knowledge?
Natural
of Arcana?
20 for a 33.
Wow.
Jesus
Okay. No need for
Oh,
my
no.
fucking help.
A 33. Okay.
Overachiever over here.
I know.
Wait, so why was I told you have to use the spell if you could just
You
do an
weren't told-
Arcana check?
No, you weren't told you have to use a spell. You were told it is not obvious to just go and look.
I'm proficient in Arcana.
Well,
I
then
am
you
too.
should have asked for an Arcana check, or done what Jacob did. Say, I'm gonna go up there and then say no.
That was the point of my question.
Oh. Should I cast aid on us? Do we feel like aid is gonna be needed here?
So, Jacob.
Can we cast calm?
Yes.
Cast calm.
Calm emotions? I think I have that spell. Wait. No, I don't.
Is it magical or is it not magical?
Am I gonna get the rundown of how this specific thing works? If it is magical?
Wow, it's a breakdown. So there's multiple spells that are inlaid here. You got a little bit of continuous
I'm going
flame.
to smack all of you.
Wait, there's no thing as shape fire. What's the cantrip called? Control fire?
Control flames.
Control
I was
points, yeah.
close enough.
All right. So, Jacob,
Yes.
you are 100% confident that, yeah, this is just fire.
That's
Cool, which means we're
It's
most
fine.
likely gonna encounter something that's been keeping them lit.
Then I should cast aid.
Okay,
Eurydice will
Cast aid?
cast guidance.
Oh, what? That's it's not
I don't
gonna
know.
help here.
Hey,
Okay.
it adds to an ability check.
Yeah, it's
who you casting it on.
There's so many people.
By the way,
So,
I
what-
can't add that net launcher to my inventory.
That's
Eurydice
all right.
is- she
We,
has the
we
weight
will
of it, no?
we will create / add that as necessary
Sweet.
later. Consider it is basically a ranged attack, and because you are creating it, I would say you would be proficient with it. So
Right on.
it'd be a ranged weapon, just like if you were to use any other ranged weapon.
Okay.
So,
Sweet.
while you guys are examining the flame, discussing what's going on between each other, as you finally arrive, which it does take about half an hour.
While
from-
they're
from
doing
the
that, can
last
Diana
opening.
actually be focused on the path itself that they're gonna take?
Yep, you can be looking at that. And while you guys are doing that, after you have arrived at the base of these mountains, because they're not really foothills, they are mountains, but you know, Diana,
Yeah.
compared
They're,
to the
in
mountains, these are
comparison
in
to.
comparison to, they are foothills. And while you are waiting there, I need perception checks from everybody,
Even me.
Oil.
Including Eurydice.
including
Great.
Eurydice, as you're all kind of
What?
occupied.
Oh, that's
No,
fair.
Eurydice,
Even though I'm focused on the path and surroundings?
Yeah, Eurydice has always been making sure to keep an eye on anything.
You just
Okay,
have
this isn't
guidance.
Really.
this isn't a visual, and this is
Okay.
you
shit.
guys are busy
Um,
thinking of things.
I think I'm really thinking about this net launcher like a
Somewhere
little
here.
too hard.
I got 26, which is
Yeah.
a nat
Okay.
20.
10.
Rolled a one.
Hey,
21.
10 as well.
Cut rose.
Cup Rose.
21.
Okay.
You do the actual cutting, and I'll just stand.
And you'll just do the broing. All right.
Yeah, you
No,
do the
do magic.
rowing. Yeah, that's how the Cup Rose work.
Sure.
Okay, what you see, and it's not. It's taking a moment here to.
No, seriously, should I
bring
cast
this into
guidance
play?
on it? Aid on us real quick. Who wants aid?
Okay, what you see
No, wait a minute. Wait a second.
is
What did I say? What did
is a, or actually, what you hear, I should say, is you hear movement in the trees coming from the south of you.
Which of us
And
hears
rem-
it?
Anyone who got a 15 or higher.
Oh, yikes. Word.
You
So
hear
I got a
movement.
26.
Yep.
She
And
got
then,
a 21.
Yep. Anyone who got a 15 or higher. And then
It's just
you hear, and then you see the movement of the trees. And I did not have time to really build it. But what you see is kind of in the trees, moving through them, are a bunch of winter wolves. And kind of leading them, they seem to almost be running kind of in a pack with it, is a very, very large sleigh being drawn by two very deep blue and white salamanders with a, which you would recognize, actually everyone can roll a history check for this.
okay.
It's Santa. I fucking knew
the
it.
one time I rolled a 1, 10.
I rolled a 20, so
It-
28.
I had 22.
Okay, it's not that hard.
15.
10 or higher is a success. It is a frost giant sitting in this sleigh as he
Oh,
pulls up and pulls on the reins of these two. And yes, I know.
They're intelligent, right?
I know.
They're capable of conversation and whatnot.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Now
almost
chat.
Eurydice.
Hold on. Now chat. I know. Yes, they are snakes, but that's because Tailspire does not have frost salamanders in there yet. So you're dealing with what we got. Oh, hey, did we lose somebody?
Yeah, we lost Eurydice, I think.
Oh.
I just noticed
You
all
know
the cameras are have shifted.
Yeah, I only can tell because I looked at the stream. Sadly, it's only
The moment she
two
sees them,
people.
the moment she sees the frost giant and whatnot, she's gonna hold her hand out to the group as if, remember what I said, let me try and handle it first.
Hey guys,
Handle
remember?
what? Holy shit.
Yeah, you guys remember Zeroff?
Zeroff?
We could use Tim right now.
Yeah, that'd have been pretty cool.
Zero's
Yeah,
doing
that
bigger,
giant
better
slayer
things right
axe.
now.
Oh, I was just
Oh.
saying the fact that he knows Giant.
Yeah. I would fix the computers, but I would fix the video feeds, but I'm anticipating Eurydice is coming back hopefully
Yes.
soon. So, and once she does that, we should adjust the camera feeds back to normal position. So I'm not wanting to mess with it just yet. So bear with us, folks. If we get a bigger budget, like, which is any, and and other things, then perhaps we'll be able to have the money to figure out something other than the Discord video feed, which likes to jump around when people hop in and out, and so that we actually have constant cameras and don't have to worry about adjusting them. But we'll see. She's working on it. But anywho,
So what are we looking at?
He big, y'all.
She's just gonna be give that gesture of you said you would let me try to handle it first. It's just like a silent gesture of at least let me try.
I will look to Diane and
Um,
say,
I have an idea. I don't know if it would work. I could try to talk to my brother through the sending stone. He knows all the languages.
Okay, the only problem with that is delayed translation.
Mhm.
Yeah, but if I hand the big guy a stone, he can hold it and talk.
Maybe
And then
it's
he can
less
throw the
call.
stone back.
Given
No, so maybe they
This
speak
is a-
ancient?
this is a fairly common pass, we might get lucky, and he already knows one of the languages we know.
Hopefully it's
Yes,
not
it was
celestial.
just an offer.
But
I appreciate it.
Diana,
Yeah,
you
you
need
sound-
to
you
get
sound
me
a
one of
little
those
anxious.
dogs. I need the winter wolf.
I mean, I can try to get one of the dogs.
Rogar, I'm gonna focus on us not
Yeah.
getting squished first.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if it comes down to it, and we need to steal a dog.
We're not stealing the frost giant's dog.
Okay, then you need a bargain.
So,
See, you'll sell one.
And she's like talking quietly to them at this point because she doesn't want to be too loud.
I don't care if it hurts me every time I pet it.
She'll turn towards the frost giant. Is the frost giant just watching them at this point?
he's staring down at this group of tiny people. And
Tiny people.
boom, there we go. Fixed. Yay.
Woo!
Okay.
So, Diana's going to take a small step forward. Not super far, but just a small step forward. And she's going to ask him, do you speak and understand common?
Hopefully you didn't say it like that. Sounds really
He-
offensive.
He kind of looks down at you curiously for a
Oh
moment.
no.
And then he says, "Where you come from?
Oh, thank God.
Shifter Kingdom is north. You're coming from south."
Uh-oh.
They're trying to get to the kingdom. We're going based off my own memories to follow the passes.
Must pay the price.
Price.
Diana is
As you say that, one of the salamander's heads, which is about like
Some of it is scary.
about like 5 feet away from you, it kind of whips to the side a little bit and then back and moves forward, and it is now about a foot away from your face, and its head alone is the size of your body.
Wow.
And it's just kind of like looking at you and drooling.
I'll whisper to Diana, you don't want to be inside one of those. I had an experience.
I kind of figured.
Yeah, it's horrific. So much
She's
acid.
she is going to put on she's going to maintain a friendly and calm demeanor when speaking to the frost giant and go, so this pass is under your guard, correct?
Yes.
It's part of your domain?
I, Njurmag, Waykeeper, keep this way.
Mm.
You broke out on my end. I legitimately did not hear you.
So,
He said that he, Njurmag, Waykeeper, keeps this way.
No, fair.
And you notice he actually steps out of the sled,
Uh-oh.
and he's
oh,
and he stands, and now that you are close, he stands between you and these makeshift rope ladders that seem to be going up the, next to the torches and stuff, up this pass. Additionally, you notice that these winter wolves, in fact, Eurydice, you would notice this specifically. These winter wolves, they seem to be staring at the frost giant and taking cues from him. Like little, tiny movements or looks, little social cues.
Using...
And he, has been kind of directing them, and you notice that they are all surrounding you.
Diana,
You're really
she's going...
bad.
I'm going to use, I am going to constantly use insight. I'm saying this now. For the entire conversation she has with the frost giant.
Okay.
She's going to ask him, do you remember King Daniel, since you're familiar with the Shifter Kingdom?
Perhaps.
Again, you're glitching.
Perhaps.
Okay. Because I'm maintaining my insight this entire time, do I roll to see if he's lying
Yes.
and or withholding the answer? Okay.
Yes.
He said money.
And I have an advantage naturally, thank God. Okay, that was a good one. That
That's
one
what-
was!
There you go. That's what advantage is
29.
for. Okay.
I rolled a 2 the first time.
He's not lying, but he's obviously not saying everything.
Diana is going to take the chance and then ask, so do you know the queen that's currently on the throne?
As you say that, everyone make perception checks, with the exception of Eurydice.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I'm gonna just start calling you Eyes from now on.
It's Eurydice eyes.
Eurydice.
I got
There you go.
19.
I got a
Oh.
16.
Natural 20 for a 23.
I got a 13.
It's not hard to notice on a head and face that size.
Fair.
So anyone 15 or higher easily notices.
Oh, I don't.
Uh,
I'm too busy seeing your wolves.
when you mention the queen, you see a frown come across his face.
Good, that means
good.
he doesn't
It's
like her.
it's mostly covered under beard, but it is still the musculature
Ooh.
and the shape is noticeable.
Can I
as a frown.
smell? To focus, can I smell the specific emotion coming off of him on whether it's like anger, distaste, or the like?
Roll an insight.
Haha! I wasn't sure if that would be insight or not.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nat 20, which brings it to a 30.
I don't know. That's a little too high. So that you're picking up mostly annoyance.
She's going to, noticing he's annoyed about hearing about her mother, she's going to go, she's going to give a polite smile and go, the queen has she been getting in your way in regards to your territory?
Why, you ask?
Diana's
what
going,
business is it of yours?
Diana's going to make sure her hands are visible and goes, "There's something in my pouch I would like to show you as to why it is my business. May I reach for it? I want you to trust me." And this is totally persuasion.
Okay.
Diana, give me a
Roll it. Roll
wolf.
persuasion.
Can I
Because I have
help
a plus
Diana?
12 in it. 17 plus 12.
No, you don't need any help.
Okay, so I don't need to roll. Okay. So, he kind of nods, but as he does, one of the winter wolves approaches closer and is just kind of looking at you from about 1.5 feet away. And you can see its nostrils flaring as it's sniffing.
Diana is going to pull out her family amulet that has the crest on it and let the giant see it and go, "I'm the daughter of King Daniel. I am here to take my home back. If you have any ill feelings or anything towards the queen, I can promise you now, I will be dealing with her permanently."
He pauses for a second. Brings his one hand up to his beard and kind of strokes it. And then steps forward closer to the group. His foot falls, almost shaking the ground. No, and he doesn't fight. And he looks down and says, "You take Mother's kingdom. How I know you are not just as bad as her."
She's going to use persuasion again, but she's also telling the truth when she says this.
That's
Because Diana's actually going to loosen her corset and turn around so the frost giant can see her back, which has all of the scars that she has. And truthfully, but again, still trying to make sure she has that persuasion up in the air, explain to him, "I hold no good intentions towards her after what she has put me through." And she'll adjust her shirt back to cover the scars again and readjust her corset. And she'll look to the giant and go, "The whole reason I am here is to put her in the ground."
He nods, just nice and slow. Says, and I will need a persuasion check for that.
Okay. 16 plus 12.
Okay. He says, "I give you one chance. You give payment. You traverse the pass."
I was actually going to ask if you could guide us through the pass. Because it's your territory, you know it best, and then you can keep an eye on us.
You want a guide.
If you would be willing to offer it. I don't remember what all is in these mountains.
That will cost more.
She's going to reach into her pouch and look at it and then look at the frost giant and go, how much are we talking? Because if you can help me get home safely, I can ensure that you are not hunted nor harmed by anyone in these mountains afterwards.
I do not.
You will be completely left
about
alone.
That. I only worry about loss of business.
Which is understandable.
Your mother has been very bad for business. Not any trade, not any travelers. No travelers, no coin. Understand?
Diana, she's honestly going to look heartbroken when she hears that. And she'll look, for my own memory, because I don't remember how you pronounced it. How did he pronounce his name?
It is Najurmag.
Nudgermag?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna be quick on her feet, and I'm gonna do another persuasion roll.
Okay.
And she's going to say, if you can guide us through the pass and help me get home, I will reinstill the trade properly so you always gain a profit from any travelers that might have to come through. In turn, if you're willing to guard the pass for the kingdom.
Interesting, small one.
Cool.
How do
You
I
need me to
know
roll?
How do I know you keep your word? Now you roll.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I got a 19 plus 12. And she's
Alright.
going to she's going to answer and say,
Fucking bard.
these these mountains are my home as much as they are yours. And if I can ensure you have your business and livelihood, it is my job as a future queen to ensure and not solidify, what's the word I'm looking for? To ensure and protect you can keep your own.
Fine. He takes his axe, which he has been kind of holding loosely in one hand, and he puts. He's still holding on to the handle of it, and he kind of puts the axe head down towards the ground and leans on the handle, almost as if it's a walking stick. And then he takes his other hand and he's this giant ass finger starts pointing and counting out loud in giant. Tar, Bohoth, Dim, God, and going through pointing at each one of the people in the group.
Oh, goodness, we have a
Oh,
lot.
those giant, in case we needed that.
And
We
after
know he's counting one.
after counting each one, he says, "Fine. I will guide you. But you must pay 1,000 per. I count." And looking at all of you, there's 5 of you, 5 of the dumbasses. There is Razmith. Well, actually, Razmith would be one of the 5. There's Galar, and then she had what, 2 or 3 with her?
3.
3.
Remember 5 dumbass.
So that is, well, I already counted them. So that's 14. And then there's horses. Which
Oh,
there are only
for sure.
4. There are only 4.
Those
That-
should be like half price. They're worth it.
Actually, he's giving you a discount on the horses because the horses, they have to be carried by
That's
him.
fair.
I mean, they can always ride on the backs of the frost salamanders. Terrified
so,
of horses' death, but
so he says, 1,000 per.
probably.
18,000.
Roga is speaking,
That's
but
a
nothing's
lot of
going
money.
through.
Yeah,
I forgot to unmute my mic.
there you go.
Poggers. I said I can just tell.
To maintain the
back
honest,
home.
to maintain the honesty and conversation she's been having with the giant, she will slightly grimace, but she's like, "We don't have that much."
That'd be a deception check? Because I'm pretty sure we do.
No,
No,
I'm like,
quite
I have-
honestly, even if
I
we
have
added all of our
9,000.
gold together, I don't think we have 18,000 gold.
Well,
I'm
we
not
all
sure.
have
Do you say-
500
do you say-
platinum.
Do you say that out loud?
No, this is out of character chat.
Yeah,
No,
this
we're
is-
quietly huddled in a group, and we're just like, hey,
No, no.
I have like half of it on my own, so I'm sure we can make up the rest. I'm not giving you half. Just saying, I have
Fair.
9,000.
Anyways,
wait, how much platinum do we each have?
We should all have.
every person should have 500 pieces of platinum.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I have 500.
I need to
And so-
update my my currency
Yeah.
here.
So do
You
Well,
need
yeah,
to update.
Razmith,
So somebody help
Razmith
make
doesn't
her-
necessarily have 500 pieces of platinum, unless I came from the Dragon Horde and used to.
Ooh,
I think that-
ooh. Diana, she's gonna hold up her hand and go, actually,
Services.
I have proof for an agreement of trade
Oh yeah,
And-
the trade bars.
and to honor the business deal that we'll have.
What proof?
And
Show
she'll
me.
reach into her bag and pull out her trade bar.
Mhm.
She's like,
How much are those worth again?
I don't remember, but she's like,
Oh,
this
wow.
right here is a symbol of promise and honor for trade. And if you're willing to help us, I'm willing to give this to you as proof that I will honor our agreement once I'm queen.
50,000 each,
No, seems like more than enough.
and we had
That-
5 of them. And, we
Yep.
now
And she's like, and if I give this to you, this will honor our deal that you will protect the pass for the kingdom once I am queen. This is worth 50,000.
Oh,
He
no.
lowers his hand out, down towards you.
My spells.
His hand
And
is.
she'll-
in-
yeah,
is
she'll let
hovering there in
him-
front of you. It's just hovering
Yeah.
there in front of you, palm up.
Yeah, she'll let him take it to look at it.
Well, he's
She's
like,
like, "Is
he's got it palm up
Yeah.
so that you can place it in his hand.
Yeah, and she'll
like,
place it in
you
his
know
hand
I'm
and
just
she'll
trying.
go,
And
is
he
this
takes
enough?
it. He takes it, and it looks like a fucking Tic Tac in his fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, it is tiny. He looks at that and he goes, "Hmm. $50,000. Really?
I can give you another one.
Oh.
No. Don't talk. Just let me.
Hmm.
50,000.
Wasn't it worthless to some people?
It's not.
But he focuses on trade and.
What did he say?
It is not much to look at.
Yeah, that's because it's tiny and you're gigantic.
He wants a big pot rather than one tiny little thing that was worth a lot.
He places it down in front of you, Diana. No. Not that.
Can I use another persuasion roll?
You can try.
Oh, thank fuck. I love this dice. 18 plus 12.
Jesus.
No. Najurmad.
Shut up.
He
No.
goes, no. Close to right color at least.
He wants gold, right? Or silver.
Gold.
Well, you know.
You haven't asked.
Color. He said color, and silver is closer to platinum in color than gold is. Thank
Roll
you very
intelligence.
much.
Roll an intelligence check.
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm not questioning the logic.
15.
Okay. You think that, wait a minute. Platinum is very much closer to silver than gold is to platinum in color.
Yeah, was I right? Does he want silver?
I don't have silver.
Can I insight check him?
I'm
see
also
if he
thinking
wants
of
silver?
long term for something down the line.
I'm not a peasant. I don't carry silver.
Are you gonna ask him, or you just gonna try to insight?
Eurydice will ask him, like, excuse me, sir, did you want silver instead of platinum?
What else would I want?
Oh,
She's like, oh, you her. But no. Realistically, though, Diana will pick up the bar again and show it to him. And she goes, "This is worth 50,000 gold."
Say it in
Silver.
Hold on.
Silver.
Hold on.
So
No, because gold's worth more than silver,
Yes.
so it has a longer duration.
Yes.
Is
he
But
wants silver. Yeah.
Say it's 500,000 silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's a lot of
Okay.
silver.
She's like, I really don't think. I don't know why,
Just
but
said,
okay.
What else
Okay,
would he
so-
want?
Okay.
One gold piece is worth 10 silver pieces.
Yeah. 50,000.
So 500,000 silver.
Yeah, 500,000.
Yeah. So,
And she's
so
like, okay,
10,000 is worth
she'll show
500,000.
him. Okay. She'll show him the bar and go, "This is." You said 500,000.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, "This is worth 500,000 silver."
and he kind of
Ah!
cocks his head almost like a puppy trying to comprehend what it's looking at or hearing. Just kind of cocks his head a little bit to the side. Oops.
And I'm willing to give it to you as a sign for the payment to guide us through the pass and the agreement that you will protect and guard the pass for my kingdom once I am queen.
Hell of a payday.
Perhaps an agreement has been reached. Very well, small ones. And he puts his hand back out again. palm
She'll hand him the
forward.
bar.
He takes it. It's basically balanced like a tic tac on one finger. And he drops it into like a pocket on his tabard that he's wearing. And then he says, or he walks over towards
Oh, God.
where your horses are,
There goes Jake.
and he looks at you, all of you, and says, "You may wish to. What is the word in common?
Ride a wolf.
Hold on.
No.
Get off.
No.
Stop putting words in his mouth. Come on. Just let him speak.
And she'll point to Ulysses and goes, "Do any of your friends know
Nope.
giant?
Yeah, Cole does.
Can you
Cole
say
will
the
offer
word
to
in
translate.
giant that you're trying to think of?"
Cole will be like, hey, we'll offer some words in giant, just like, hey, so what were you trying to say?
And then he kind of looks
Translate
down.
for you.
He looks down and smiles a little bit, and goes, "Mortandistonga."
Oh god.
Oh,
And
good.
Cole kind of sits there. Huh. That really doesn't translate well into common. I guess he's trying to say to unawake the horses. I think what he means is to somehow make them unconscious.
Oh, put them to sleep.
Because-
Oh, put them to sleep. Put them to sleep. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that.
And Diana was actually gonna be like, I mean, I can help. I have a sleep spell.
I do too.
It
We'll
only
just
lasts an
move away
hour.
from this.
Yeah. Come now, my horse. Let's move away. It's like I can just teleport you whenever I feel like it.
As long as
You're
you
gonna
can-
rest sleep
Myself,
on the
because
horses.
not only have we gotten essentially an armed, essentially escort through this pass, he will now protect and guard this pass for the future.
Jacob's gonna just look up at the.
Oh yeah.
That's
Also,
fine.
I had mentioned I'm keeping her insight essentially active the whole time
Mhm.
at the beginning of the conversation. At no point did he like
No.
he completely trusted and believed and agreed with her, right? Like,
As
was
far
completely
as
telling
you,
the truth and
as
he
far
agrees.
as you could tell.
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah, you're with your high persuasion checks. You're pretty sure
I
you
was
convinced
so
him.
worried how this was gonna turn out after I rolled that 2 for the insight. Thank
Hmm.
God I had advantage, but I was getting worried. It's like, oh no, please don't give me bad rolls for the rest of this.
Jacob is going to look up to the giant and just say in the ancients' language, "You wouldn't happen to know this one, would you?"
He looks over at you. Then looks over at Cole and says
Damn
and
it.
says to him in giant.
The fuck?
You're-
This guy just fucking.
it says to him in giant, which Cole translates to basically be, "Your little friend speaks gibberish."
Cool, got it. No.
What?
No. What Cole will do, he'll put a hand on Jacob's shoulder. It's like, it was like, he thinks you're an idiot.
Let's not say that to the mage, please.
He's like, I
And then
will.
he'll like pat his
Send
back
you.
and then walk away.
I will send you into the depths of hell in moments.
But Cole is gone.
And now Jacob's gonna lean over to.
By the way, I sent you a message.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna lean over to Rogars and speak, and very quietly whispering in Celestial. Thank God we didn't talk about how technically that money is only worth anything in a specific country for it to be translated out, but
Yeah, I make the. I was thinking that.
it's
Next
fine.
thing you know,
I don't.
the giant speaks celestial.
I don't think it's being Celestial. I
I
hope
will.
it doesn't.
That'd be awkward.
I mean, he is also whispering, so
Giants can have good hearing.
everything
They
can
have
have good
bigger
hearing.
ears.
I already know.
You never know. His perception could be as high as Ulysses.
She seems a little
And yes,
off.
I am writing this down and pinning it because I have a feeling I'm gonna need it later.
Probably.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I should probably be taking notes.
I never take notes. Rogar
That-
just lies.
What was the name of the
They're
giant?
just lies.
Najurmad Waykeeper.
Just proud because I just did a good! Not just for a tiny duration, but for a long duration.
Unless he finds out that, it's a shady good, and then he attacks the kingdom. Then all the giants uproar.
No,
Yeah.
because if he approaches the kingdom with the trade bar, Diana can see it as a symbol of essentially business and employment, and then help him from there.
So, now,
I guess.
as you cast the sleep spell on the horses, they drift off to sleep, and Najurmad goes and
I
gently
put it in my notebook as Mjolnir.
he gently
Because that's the
picks
only word I can spell.
he gently picks them up, one at a time, and actually puts them gently in pouches on his hip.
God. This could be
And
a
his-
pocket pony.
I mean,
Just-
this
yeah,
is
I was like, it's only an hour. He might
this is
run.
this is a big motherfucker. I mean, so he's even for a frost giant. This guy is big.
And I
So-
just made a deal with him
Mhm.
and gained business.
Yeah, and he then looks towards you guys, looks over towards the wolves that are surrounding you, and says, "Come!" And the wolves scatter
Wait,
as
no,
a-
come back!
as a pack and
Robert
head
turns
off.
around in anger. Death
She's-
Wish, Diana.
As-
You give me a fucking wolf.
Mhm.
And
then-
she's like, and she's gonna lean over to Rogar really quick when he growled that to her, and she's like, seeing as I just made a complete business trade with him for a long duration as I'm queen, I can get you a wolf later.
Oh, wolf, no, I want to pet.
You'll get your wolf later.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, you
have a
can just
mess.
find
And-
them.
And she's
And
like,
then-
Stop bringing
I'm
that up.
proud of myself. I just befriended a frost giant and I'm friends with the dragon. I am 2 for 2.
Okay. And then he walks over to these two frost salamanders, and he
Why don't you befriend
kind of,
those?
he kind of scratches, scratches one on top of the head, pats one on the
Right.
side, and then leans in, and you can't quite make out what he says as he seems to whisper it, but they just turn around with the sled and seem to head back off in the direction that he originally came from.
Wait,
That's amazing.
how big was that sled?
Big enough
Big
to
en-
drag him.
Big enough to fit him, and not too much bigger than that.
Could have dragged us. All of us.
Yeah.
He's
We're
guiding
going
us how
up-
he
yeah.
We're
chooses
going
to
up a
guide
mountain,
us.
so
Yeah. My poor horse is gonna have enough trouble, okay, guys?
we're going up a mountain, so I don't think a sled is going to be useful going up.
No.
Well, then we could use one going downwards.
Not gonna
Little do you
sled
know,
down
Orion,
actual
Guys.
mountain.
entire
Yeah.
time, I've
Guys.
been building a sled to use them.
Hey, Eurydice, remember your comment on burn the bridge when we get there?
Yes.
This is one of many.
Yep.
Let's just focus on getting through this one first.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
So
an expert at burning bridges.
after
Yeah.
I
the
know.
after he has sent the wolves and the frost salamanders off, he turns towards your group and says, "Follow me," and
I feel
begins
compelled to
to
listen.
basically step up as if he is walking up steps onto the next level, turns and waits, waiting for you to come up the makeshift wood and rope ladders. And right there is where we're going to pause in order to run our contest. So, for those of you who are just tuning in now, we are running a giveaway. We are giving away this dice tower. Okay, so what we are going to do is I will need anyone who wants to participate in this giveaway. You need to type in the word exclamation point first, and then type in the word mountain. all
Are we allowed
lowercase.
to?
I would like to keep it to the viewers, please. There will be plenty of opportunity for you guys
Wrong
to
chat.
get to get your own stuff, but this would be for all of those that are watching, that are hopefully fans and hopefully future subscribers of the show. Just type in exclamation point mountain. Okay, so an exclamation point and then MOUNTAIN. Type it in once and only once, because if you type it in more than once, it will automatically remove you. You know, it doesn't want to give you multiple entries. You get one entry each. So please, if you would like to get this wonderful dice tower, and that is everybody except for my players, please go ahead and participate. You are eligible for it. So type that in, exclamation point mountain. Alright. And we will wait a little bit on that to see if anyone is actually going to do that. And here, I'll even type it in here. So... Alright, so there you go. You can see inside those quotation marks, that's what you're going to type. Type in exclamation point mountain to enter to win the dice tower. And we will go ahead and wait a little bit to see if anyone is going to enter. So far, nobody has entered, so I don't care who you are, with the exception of my players. Go ahead and enter into the contest. So that, I mean, right now, if you're the only one who enters, that's 100% win for this really cool dice tower. Look at this thing. It's like a barbarian.
100%.
It's like a barbarian orc dice tower thing.
All ends if no one joins it. I'm sitting here going, I want that tower.
Yeah, if no one joins it, well, then I might have a new dice tower myself. Hey, there's one. Asian Baja is joined. Okay, so we've got one so far. We've got one so far. All right.
100% chance so far.
Yeah, easy win, easy clap.
Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little bit of time to see if anyone else is going to join in. And I also encourage my players to tweet out or whatever social media
It requires
of
my
your choice.
tweeter to work.
Yeah, whatever social media of your choice, to send out a message and say, hey, you want to win a really cool dice tower? Come in and type in exclamation point mountain into our chat, and you will get a chance, and I'll give that about 5-10 minutes. And while we are doing that 5-10 minutes, I think we should just go ahead and take a short break for the bathroom and everything, and
Sounds good.
And come back.
I would love that.
So, all right, so we will be back in just about 10 minutes here. So, see you in 10.
Whoa. You guys got to hear the behind the
Alright.
scenes.
Well, for a little bit. I muted it after a while. I was out, so.
Darn.
Oh.
Well, time to fill it climbing.
All right, so.
I'm not built for this at all.
Who's at the top of the exclamation mountain?
All right, so. Here's the deal. We have one entrant. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna win. But
I don't know.
but
Wow.
we will find out right now.
Here we go.
And hey,
wow.
I am surprised, Asian Baja, you have won by a landslide. Awesome. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I am gonna send you a whisper right now.
How are you?
Hold on. Actually, if I can get it to freaking work. Hold on. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to leave that whisper up in the background because I am going to contact you with the necessary information that I will need in order to ship this out to you. Congratulations, Asian Baja, on winning. That is awesome. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be fun to use. I mean, to be honest, I think I'm very, very fortunate that I know the guys who run Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, because I'm going to try to score. Well, they've got so many different dice tower designs. They're awesome. I'm going to try to see if I can score one for myself that is, slightly less than perfect, by their standards, so that I can have one because they're fucking cool. Also, if you'd like to buy them, you can go on their website and you can purchase them there. Or, guess what? So far, as things appear, in August, MegaCon in Orlando, it seems like it is going to happen, and Critical Hit Gaming Supplies will have a booth there. And Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, DragonCon looks like it's going to happen, and Critical Hit Gaming Supplies has a booth there, so you can buy a ton of stuff there. Buy these, cool dice towers like this there as well. But trust me, it's a lot cheaper to win it. So, all right. So thank you once again to Critical Hit Gaming Supplies for sponsoring us and for donating this awesome dice tower. And congratulations to Asian Baja for winning it. So now, back to the game. So, you are currently now about to traverse this mountain pass with Najurban leading the way. And he, seems to be very patient with you as you small ones take your time to scale these rope and wooden ladders that are very makeshift and old, going up levels, a little bit at a time, up this mountain. Now, as you are scaling this pass, it is definitely a mountain that you are working your way up. But the pass seems to be chosen for its ability to be much more easily navigated than the rest of the rock around you. As you can see, some of the rock around you ends up being sheer cliff faces that go 30, 40 feet. There are some areas that plateau and level off more where you could take rest, but to get up to those areas, the pass is the much more safe route. Even with the rope ladders that are not in the best repair. I will need everyone to make athletics checks if you are if you are traversing up the ladders.
Hold on. Can I use mending on everything that I've been touching?
It takes 1 minute.
It takes a
Weird
minute to do that,
question.
and
That's a very
But
long time.
it would make everything safe for everyone.
it will make things safer. I will grant you that. However,
Can I just say, that video of that guy who's standing on the roof and the other person behind the camera is just like, so don't put your weight, and then there's just incomprehensible accented voice. I assume, in case you don't remember, just
Would rather we take the extra time and let Rasmuth fix everything.
no, like I just assume, like if there's at some point with the dumbass, it's just like, where am I supposed to put my weight?
Well,
Well,
because if I can
there may be.
repair everything as we're using it, then
well,
Yeah, and isn't
It's
mending
okay.
just a cantrip?
yes.
Yeah, it
Here is the deal with mending. Okay, it takes a minute to cast, and as long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, which would mean that for one rope ladder that's going about 10-15 feet up, wooden rope ladder, you may end up having to spend 5, even 10 minutes mending that one rope ladder.
That's
And
some shiesty
there
stuff.
are quite a few. Now, I will completely allow you to do that.
I would
I
rather
will-
take
It is
my
gonna,
time.
but it is gonna,
yeah.
it is gonna take you a very long time to get up this pass.
I'm kind of following the better safe than sorry logic.
How
I
many
will-
passes do we have to go?
Yeah, how many passes? How long?
I
we-
don't know
can-
how many passes exactly.
Can you ask him?
Cole will ask him.
Yeah, cool,
Actually,
thanks.
Diana wanted to ask him something anyway, but it's kind of like a selfish question.
Oh, Lord.
But Diana was actually gonna ask the Frost Giant if he would be willing to pick her up and let her see the entire mountain range because she hasn't seen it in so long.
This is gonna be real awkward.
He looks at you and goes, "At the top,
It's gonna look so exciting.
it is a much better view from there. Here, you will not see much. So patience, little one."
I like there.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take you a good, counting all the ladders that you're gonna deal with. A good
Does mending
3
remain
hold on.
permanently fixed?
Yeah, but it's gonna
I would
probably
rather
take you.
take all
hold
that
on,
extra time.
hold on. It's probably gonna take you just for the mending portion, a good 3 hours. Not to mention the actual climbing, which will probably take you a good 4 hours.
What about with Orion helping?
Orion can do mending as well.
No, but he can help. He's an artificer as well.
Well, it's more about
It-
mending.
It's
I-
a spell.
Yeah,
It's-
I need
it's
help
a spell.
mending it.
Well,
Diana's actually going to, talking to the group as a whole, would actually ask, could we take the time to let him fix it so that way any future travelers, the path's fixed. It's less dangerous for them and easier for them to cross. We're already here.
Now, Jason, to re-clarify, you said that after a person mends it, it is permanently fixed, as in it can no longer break ever again?
No,
as in, like,
no. Think of it like
Got it.
this. Think of it like I tore a.
A tore shirt.
I
You mend it back together.
I tore my pant leg on a nail. I sew it back
not
together.
only does
It's repaired.
Orion know mending, he also knows rope trick.
There you go.
I know rope trick as well, but that won't really help us.
Wait, so he does or doesn't know mending?
He does, because he's a artificer, so he can do different spells.
Uh-oh,
Good.
we lost Rogar's camera feed. There it is.
I'm here.
All right.
I technically
So
lost
with
signal.
Orion helping with the mending, because he also
Yeah.
knows the spell.
That'll cut the time in half.
Eurydice, the entire time, will be breathing down Orion's neck because she knows he will get distracted.
Now,
That's fine.
Nadermod responds to your question about, can we take the time? He says, that decision is up to you.
Rogar will point at the fact that the horses will wake up in 1 hour.
They're gonna wake up by the time whether we're mending it or not. They're
Yeah,
still
I'm
going
just
to
saying
wake up.
we
I
burn
can-
some spell slots for.
I can cast
Yeah.
sleep 2 more times.
I
Okay.
can cast sleep.
A lot.
Um,
How about this? The ones that are feeling impatient, get to the top of the mountain and I'll keep fixing these things.
Oh, I'm
1, 2,
impatient.
3, 4,
That
5,
sounds
6, 7,
no
8,
value.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times.
See, so you should be the one taking over the sleep spell.
Yeah, I kind of assumed I was going to, and then you immediately jumped up and ooh.
I wanted to be useful.
I mean,
But
you
no,
gotta hope you roll more
um,
than their hit points. Too.
She'll explain to the Frost Giant she would like to take that extra time to fix the ladders and such as they're going. And the way she'll
Mhm.
describe it is, and that way the path is safer So any future travelers are more likely to use your pass, which gets you more business later on.
Eurydice is going to ask Mr. Giant if she can. No, never mind. Never mind. It's a stupid idea.
Okay. He and as he says before, he basically indicates that it's your call. You're paying for his service. You know, so he's there to guide you and to, you know, protect you and stop you from making obviously stupid decisions, but but basically he's your employee right now. So if you
And
guys
she'll
want to
ask
take the
him-
time, it doesn't bother him.
Yeah, I would rather take the time.
Jacob's going to bluntly ask the giant if there is any way that he would be willing to help a blind man move up some of these more difficult areas.
He looks at you, kind of shrugs, puts his hand down on the ground right in front of him.
She's like-
Jacob, my dude, I was just gonna let you ride my horse and I was gonna fly up there. Oh, I thought so.
And Dinah just kind of raises her hand and goes, "Can I get on your hand too?"
I mean, if you guys want to just move on, if Orion can sit here and help me fix these things, then you guys can move on and sit in your little tent up there.
Will you be safe? I don't feel comfortable with leaving just two of you down here trying to fix this alone.
Well, I thought she was
the
going to stay with him.
dumbasses do not leave each other behind.
Okay.
I'm merely talking for the people who are complaining that it's going to take too long.
I mean, it's only going to take you an hour per stair to fix it.
Okay.
Eurydice
To them,
and
that's
the
too long.
dumbasses will...
I can already see the grimaces on their face. Just let them get the fucking top.
Yeah, you guys can go. I'll stay down here with the dumbasses and
Besides, Galar will stay next to me.
Yeah.
And she's got her merry band.
So,
If you're... And she'll turn to the frost giant and she'll be like, "Will it be safe for us to go ahead?"
how tall is the mountain and how bad is the like is it like super foggy or like is it clear skies?
It is, as you're looking about, it is pretty inundated with fog. And
Okay.
in fact, I don't have the fog. I had adjusted it.
Then my idea wasn't stupid. I'm going to cast fairy. I'm going to ask Mr. Giant. Excuse me, Sir Mr. Giant. Just so we have we're able to see you a bit better. Us down here, the ones that are staying down. Can I cast fairy fire on you, so that we might be able to see you and keep an eye on, just be able to see our guide in general.
He kind of looks at you quizzically, squints a little bit, and goes, "What is this magic you speak of? I have
All
never
it'll
heard
do is
of
outline
fairy
me.
fire."
All it'll
Fairy
do is
fires-
outline you in a pretty light, and make you visible to us.
It's completely harmless. You're essentially glowing like glitter.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, since Ulysses explained what she was wanting to do.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, because you just tried to help her too. So,
Alright. And you said with advantage?
yep.
How's a 27 for you?
Too hot, doesn't count.
I love that plus 12, man.
So he kind of nods at you, Ulysses.
Okay. And she says, "Thank you." And she will cast fairy fire, and a nice, pretty purple light will surround him.
Okay. He kind of looks at it oddly for a little bit. And then with Jacob in his hand,
Diana asked if she could get on his
Li-
hand too,
li-
because that's my husband.
lifts Jacob up and puts him on his shoulder. And then he looks back down at you, Diana. And he kind of sighs like...
Oh.
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Can Eurydice roll insight check as well?
Sure.
Can Rogar, because he's proficient?
And anyone who wants to, who's
I got
proficient in
25.
insight, can
29.
roll. Okay.
I could care less. I would.
All
My
right.
passive is better.
Yeah, you're actually lucky because it was a 25 or higher. that was
Hey!
needed. If you got a 25
I got
or higher,
24.
ah, So
close.
close.
Just short.
Well, he's a dwarf. But no, it's
What you trying to
for
say?
the for those of you who
know
have
what we're
20,
trying to say.
25 or higher, you got enough of impression of it, like I'm being paid for this. Yes, I'm being
Like,
reduced to a
it's-
fucking taxi, but okay,
Yeah,
I'm being paid
it's
for
like,
this.
God damn it, I'm a pie.
Blind. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah,
fair.
he's blind, and Diana hasn't seen her homeland in so long, so she wants the best view possible.
And you haven't seen it in so long, you can maybe wait another couple hours.
So he picks you up and he puts you on his other shoulder, and then he says, "Both of you hold on tight.
Oh, wow,
If
it's
you-
just
Thank
like
you.
that one
If-
play I saw.
If you fall."
Not my problem.
Pretty much. It's not said, but it's implied.
If you fall, SOL.
Does he
Yeah.
have any like strap-looking things or like layers of clothes on his shoulders?
Just his clothing. I mean, which it's. I mean, he is a frost giant, so the weather isn't that much of a difficulty for him. I mean, but it is still really, really cold. He is wearing furs, so it's like a combination of leathers and furs and stuff like that he's wearing. You can find handholds.
Man, this reminds me a lot of a play I once saw as a young child. Morgue of the Things.
Oh, see, this
I
is
saw that
reminding
one
me of the
much too.
BFG. This is reminding me of the BFG.
I was
Uh,
thinking
yeah.
Iron Giant.
Why is there's so many?
There are 2D scenes where characters
No,
are
but-
riding on shoulders of
yeah,
giant
but-
creatures.
No, I was also thinking the Ent Treebeard. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
but
No,
Morgue
so
of the
for those
Things.
of you who have decided to make your way up quicker while others stay behind and do repair work, you make it to the top.
Shit.
Those of you, who is going to the top who is not currently riding on the giant?
I will cast Fly on my steed, and
Okay.
I'll take Antonio with me since no one else needs to come.
Oh my god, I forgot about Antonio.
I didn't when he was configuring the prices. He didn't say Antonio's name. I was like, he needs not be seen. Okay.
Antonio's just
Antonio
standing behind you.
used
Yeah,
invisibility.
stood behind me.
Fine, we got
Hiding in-
look.
hiding
We
in
got a
the
free
shirt.
payment.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, technically, you paid him way more, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a
Okay,
fucking
but I-
bargain.
Hey,
Yeah.
I paid him way more for a prolonged deal for, like,
Ever.
yeah. So
Well, we'll
Until
see.
he dies.
Yeah.
Just-
Well, he dies tomorrow.
Just,
I'll talk.
then he
I'll
was
talk to you
paid
about it
well.
more after the session.
Yeah,
before-
just
before
know
I was
he's-
mentioning.
I mean,
He
you're
died
dealing
a
with a
wealthy
businessman here. A business
fair.
giant.
A business- he got to put on his business
A
suit.
business giant. He's got an associate's degree from
Oh.
Shifter U. So,
You know what? Fair enough.
Nice.
so, okay, so anyone else heading to the top with the quote unquote first group? If so, how are you heading to the top? Are you just climbing the ladders and going up?
I don't think
Oh,
it's
I-
anyone
I
else
think
but
yeah,
us.
I think
no one-
it's just 4.
Yeah.
Everyone else is waiting. Okay, so that being the case, since Rogar, you are flying on your steed, and
Dash, my boy.
the others are on Giant, it only takes you an hour to get to the top.
Jesus. That's quite some time.
So it's a fucking mountain.
The fucking mountain. What do you expect?
It's going at 120 feet per second? Per 6 seconds?
It's a mountain, and
Oh,
I
mountain.
assume
So wait,
I
it took
assume-
them to climb
I-
it as long as
I-
it took me to fly it?
well, that's what I'm gonna say is I'm assuming that you weren't
disadvantage for
that you were hanging with them.
Oh, hell
And-
no.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can't.
yeah, no,
Oh,
you,
yeah,
you,
Their asses in the
Three
snow.
spells.
you get up there relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
I'll burn all my first level spells there. I'm at my
Okay.
third level spells.
Okay. But,
It's me 30 minutes. It's cold.
Man, it would have been awful to have Jake trying to climb any of that.
mhm.
That's another reason why I kept my horse. I was like, I'm gonna fly somebody who can't see.
Because
and just no, go ahead.
Not very specific, you know.
I got a -1 to that athletics, guys. I can't do it.
Don't worry, I only have a +2.
Meanwhile, with everyone you've left down, all the dumbasses have surrounded Orion and are just staring at him, pressuring him to fix this thing faster. And if his eyes and hands start to do something else, they're just like, no, concentrate on this thing.
Get busy, damn it!
'Cause someone needs pressure to work.
Diana, on the giant shoulder, she's like a little kid. She's just so excited to get to the summit because she wants to see it so badly.
Jake's kind of got a blank face with Rim landing on.
Oh,
Yeah,
she is
so-
going to ask him how many more passes they're gonna have to get through to get to the kingdom.
He kind of scratches his head for a bit and says, "Been a very long time since I went that way. If memory serves, 2 more. Maybe 3.
God damn it.
Okay.
Eat this guy. Gonna have to do some climbing, I guess.
Or we can always just rest at one of the paths. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, I need about 8 hours to fix. Wait, let me check. Hold on. We didn't level up now. So yeah, I can only do level 2 or lower.
Alright, I finally got...
She is gonna ask him,
a view
at
up
the
here.
summit, is it safe to camp for the night?
Hold on, I'm trying to grab something real quick here. Hold on. Okay. That is difficult to say. It depends what creatures are about.
Difficult terrain.
Possibly Rimraz.
Uh-oh.
Would be very bad.
What? Did you say river rat?
Nope.
Rimaraps?
Rimraz.
And
Oh,
Diana is
close
going to
enough.
like, is there any chance I could ask you to extend how gracious you've been already to watch over us throughout the night so we can rest? Not take us any farther, just can you watch us to make sure we don't
Let me
suddenly,
see.
get murdered or squished or eaten or eviscerated or
I mean, he also probably would
Poor guy.
prefer sleeping
He's
as
probably
well.
planning on sleeping too. Shit.
Yeah.
I feel
Yes.
comfortable having a frost giant there to in case something happens.
They could see a sleeping frost giant just leaning up against a rock. That alone would be like, do I want to fuck with it?
I mean,
And I
ultimately, at
paid
the
him
end
a
of
lot.
I mean, Eurydice is
But he's
the
going to be
first-rate alarm
exhausted.
system.
Keep
Why
He
mess
is
with
going
the
to be
work?
exhausted. I mean, at the rate it's
That's
going
more
to take, it
important.
takes...
He's carrying the horses.
Yeah. And you two. I tried to make it a little bit better.
ultimately, I think it, as much as the idea of having him be up and watching all night,
Oh no, I don't expect him to stay awake. I
Well,
was just
that's how
asking if
it
he
sounded.
would stay with
sounded,
us.
Yeah, it sounded like that, I have to say.
No, I was asking if he would just stay with us throughout the night, so if something happens,
If-
he's there to help.
If you explain that, then he has no problem with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you made
she's
it
like, no,
seem
I'm not asking you to stay up all night. I'm just asking for you to stay with us so we can rest. If something happens, you're already there to help us.
That I can do.
Thank you.
And he just kind of shifts his weight and settles himself down on a rock, and then with 2 fingers kind of plucks you up by your shoulders gently, like 1 finger on each side of the shoulder. Jacob plucks you up and lifts you down and just kind of sets you down on the ground as
Oh, did I
gently
get
as
that
he can.
view at the summit?
You did,
There you go.
and
Oh,
I need you to actually roll a history check.
Roll a no
okay.
check.
Ooh, I got a 23.
Okay. You remember, not necessarily this exact place, but you remember a view very similar to this, but you were heading in the other direction, and you were but a child. The wind was blowing against you. You could feel the biting cold. It even managed to pierce through your resistance to it a little bit and give you a chill. But more the chill was from knowing that you were leaving your home. You were leaving those that you loved. And you were running away. Because if you did not, your life would be forfeit. That same feeling creeps into you for a moment. But you also
Intentionally,
feel now that
unintentionally.
you are fighting against it this time.
Yeah, unintentionally. While she's still on the giant's shoulder, because he would be able to hear her since she's pretty much right next to his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Without thinking about it, she's actually going to just kind of talk to herself in a way, but essentially say, I am going to get us back everything she took from us. It is more like a promise to herself, but the giant can also hear her, and he's kind of like included in it, but she's not speaking to him directly.
Right. And he doesn't say anything. He just sits there. And you can hear his deep breathing, almost as if it's its own mini gale force, as it flows in and out smoothly. And it doesn't even fog up. Whereas everyone else in the party, in this cold, you can see the ice as you breathe out. See that fog cloud of ice breath. His, it's as if there wasn't anything to, as if it was already ice to begin with. So it doesn't flow out in cloud. And he just sits there, calmly. Just kind of scanning around, waiting, and then eventually turns his head towards you. Not fully mind the way, but just enough that you can tell he's speaking to you. And he says, "Do not betray my trust and our agreement. Win your kingdom back and keep your promise. Do so, and you will have a friend."
I'm honored that you would call me a friend, so thank you. And I will keep my promise to you.
Good. Very good. And then he gently picks you up off his shoulder and sets you down.
Throws you over the edge.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm out of the game. It was nice knowing you guys.
Escalated very
Oh no,
quickly.
no!
I
Oh
want
no!
to be
No,
your queen.
yep. No, no, he has,
trip to the kingdom.
no. He like treats you like a football. He's like back, hi, boom, just launches.
Rogar, cut Rose, please.
You said you
He's
needed
like,
to get there
just-
now? Okay.
Okay, I got you.
Holy shit! You see the distance on that shifter? Wow.
Man,
Okay.
I threw it really well. I just didn't think about how she's gonna land.
Yeah.
Featherfall? Do you know Featherfall?
That was a good spiral though.
I don't
That-
know.
that-
Their fault.
That was a really good spiral though. I gotta give it.
The tail helped with the spin.
And
Nice.
arms went out. She just kept going.
So,
She's like no.
so while they're in the midst of that conversation,
Mhm.
Craig, being the polite boy that he is, will leave her shoulder while they're
Mm.
talking.
You would
And
still
sitting-
hear the frost giant just because of how big he is.
Mhm.
Trying to
Yes.
be polite.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
have heard her, but you would have heard him.
Yes. But he's also just not paying attention,
Mm.
as he actually is bringing out a book, and he is going to take out his thing of ink, and while they are going to be sitting there and waiting, he is going to start writing down some things.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say my horse is communicating with Jacob the whole entire time.
God. How does it sound?
Mm-hmm. How does my horse sound? This one?
What's the horse's name?
Yeah. What's the name?
I don't ask people their names. No, he is a fake creature.
Well, nothing new.
He
And,
makes her clippity clop.
His name
Hello,
is,
good sir wizard. How are you?
Aldor. There you go. Just
hello.
take off the G, Aldor.
I am Sir Aldor.
Oh shit. You got a noble steed.
it's. Okay. Krim is just right back on the other end, just. Who's this? I'm
Ooh,
sorry.
Jealous.
I'm
One
the only
fake creature at a
here.
time. Well,
No.
His name is Neighborly Party. I love it.
No.
Thank you, Sid.
No.
His name is Princess Twilight Sparkle.
no.
The third, Sir Princess Twilight Sparkle.
So, how often are you going to do this?
My horse will communicate as long as you're out of eye shot.
Oh God.
I'll say he's probably just giving you status updates. It's not
It's
like we're not dead.
Yeah, that's good. Just I'm trying to write some things, so if you
Yes.
could just
Yes, status updates.
Yeah.
We have arrived at the top. Position
Right.
looks
Horse
good.
just keeps giving up.
No
updates
enemies
every time it
present.
sees See some grass over there.
Mhm.
Look
Oh,
tasty.
look. Is that hay?
Might eat
no,
it.
you're around snow. There's not going to be.
God. Oh, you're in luck. It doesn't happen until 100 feet. I forgot. It's not like mine where it's a mile. So once you're within 100 feet,
All right,
God,
now
it is like having another familiar.
back down at the bottom of the hill.
Uh-huh.
Or along the way of this mountain. So you guys are
See
working
this
on
Glowing purple
on mending.
beacon at the top of the mountain.
You guys are working on. Well, actually, all the way at the top, due to the fog, even that glow, it is so muted, you couldn't see it from where you're at.
Even with how big he is.
I think the spell doesn't
Because
even-
of
I think it's like
the-
10 minutes, right?
The distance,
Yeah, I think it's 10 minutes.
yeah, a minute or 10 minutes or something like that, so it's not very long. I think
Up
it's
to
a
1 minute. Yep.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Ooh.
Up to 1.
So-
Oh, it's 10 more.
Yeah, so yeah, no, it ain't there. But you guys are working on mending these rope, wooden rope ladders, and it's slow going. It's work, but you're making progress, and you feel like, these will hold up a bit. These will do well. Orion, of course, feels like, I'd really rather do something else. I've got some
Of
other
course he does.
projects to work on.
At one point, you just sees
And-
like has a knife to the back of his throat, just like, if you don't work on this, I will kill you. Personally, I will make it hurt.
Rasmus won't
And-
be actually looking in that direction. You'll just hear,
And
I
I
appreciate
assume-
you helping me.
And then I assume Ori's is kind of like, you know, death might be better than this. And then she's just like, I will destroy all of your tiny projects. And then he's like, oh shit, okay, goodbye.
No, please don't. Meanwhile, Agni decides he wants to get a little bit better view from
Oh, no.
one level above. I need you to roll athletics, please.
For Agni, give me a
Yep.
second.
It's a plus
Sorry,
si- it's
if
a
any of
plus
the
6.
dumbasses get hurt or die during this trip, I'm not gonna feel bad.
Two of
Because
them
they
know
probably
we're gonna
deserved
die.
it.
Oh my god!
Two of them
Damn,
know we're
yeah.
gonna die.
You also got your bargain chips.
I
for
can't
yourself.
I can't even
No,
hear.
I have heard enough stories from Shelby about these fucking people. They probably did something to deserve it.
17.
Okay. As he's going up the first couple rungs, one of the wood slats that one of the wood like cross pieces for the ladder that's going between the rope,
Uh-huh.
it snaps and his foot slips and he falls down about 2 feet and takes
God.
he
thank God I
takes
didn't do that.
2 points of damage as he lands on his ass.
And this is why Diana's having them take the time to repair it.
This is why Jacob
And-
wrote a giant.
And then I need-
Rogar to the top.
I need you to roll one more athletics check. Don't add any bonus. I will tell you what happens.
Oh, actually,
So just roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
19.
19. Okay. So at that, Echo is like, you really have no clue how to do that, do you?
Oh
And-
no. Oh
and-
no.
And practically runs up the ladder, skipping over the broken slat, and makes his way up the 15 feet to the next ledge
He-
without an
he
issue.
did- he
Without an
did
issue.
himself.
Well,
Good for
he
him.
rolled high enough. I mean, he rolled high enough. If you'd have rolled bad, that would have been bad. But he
It would have been funny. Well, now Agni's gonna try again.
he is,
Of course.
yes, of course he is.
Because now we've opened up this can of worms.
Mhm.
And then Orion is gonna want to try, but he can't.
Yep.
And then Cole's gonna try, and then Lee is gonna try because they're
Yep.
all idiots. And monkey see, monkey do.
So I need an athletics check for Agni again.
Not a rave.
That would be so dope.
What?
So, Nick just sent me a message how, after we gain proper control of the kingdom stuff, he'll actually bring stone carvers from his home and build a proper path through the passes.
Wow!
Okay, that would be cool.
That would be very good.
And it
that
was
would
a
definitely
13.
help trade. A
It
13.
was a 13.
Okay. This is a little worse, as he actually manages. he manages to make it up about 7 or 8 feet before he slips, and this time falls back on his ass, taking 9 points of damage.
Jesus.
If
Yeah.
I'm guarding bolt.
Now, of course, Cole.
Man of his misery.
Cole says, I got this. And he goes, and big, strong Goliath Cole picks Agni up,
Oh no.
throws him over his shoulder like a fireman's carry, and gives me an athletics check, please.
Natural 20 for 27.
As he runs, practically running up the ladder, even better than Echo did, while carrying Agni on his shoulder, gets up the
Full
ledge
90 degrees. Right
and then sets Agni down and kind of gives Echo a punch in the shoulder and is like, "It's not that hard."
Well, then Agni's just sulking.
He is. He is.
He's over in the corner.
He looks like he is having a little silent tantrum to himself as he's just kind of there. He's like, "God damn it! I could have done it." He's just. I mean, he's having an issue.
Yes.
Orion immediately tries to take off. Lee grabs him.
Yeah, no, Eurydice will also just grab
Yeah,
him by the back of your shirt.
Yeah, you got him back in the back of his shirt. Lee actually has him by his shoulder. And both of you just kind of turn him around and shove him right back into fixing the broken shit.
Lee will then go to just run up the fucking...
Roll it.
Roll it?
Roll it.
Okay, give me a second. They're all idiots, but they're my idiots and I love them.
We have like 10 minutes left.
Shh. 14.
Okay.
This is her
Lee-
man, everyone.
Lee gets up about 6 feet. Basically slips on the same spot that Agni did. When he went up the second time. Falls and kind of lands on his shoulder pretty hard, and he takes 6 points of damage.
You should show him how it's done, your disease. Don't.
You know, you're supposed to be keeping an eye on Orion to make sure they actually fix that fucking...
I know, but if I don't show them
Making a joke.
who is actually
You
going
said
to win
you
this
would keep an eye on
competition-
Orion.
Has
No,
Rasmus
this is the
seen
thing.
Good thing we're not there.
What was that,
This is the
Razor?
thing with them.
Have I seen any of this? Because I'm trying to fix this shit, but clearly there's a disturbance off
yeah.
somewhere.
It's not that far away. You can see this.
Rasmus has continued to try and fix the ladder that he's on, but if he continues to hear this commotion, he's gonna snap.
All right. Well, you're hearing it. It's going on.
Do it. Be the angry Scotsman.
Actually,
Do
he's
it.
gonna look at Galar. Galar, can you go scold them?
I suppose I'll babysit the bastards. And she
Well, I mean,
she actually walks over there to this other ladder. And she stands in front of it between the ladder and Lee. She points her finger at him. She says, "I don't want to see you move a muscle. And to you," and she looks up to the rest of them that are up top. "Sit tight. If you move, you ain't gonna make me happy. You don't want to see me when I'm not happy. Got it?"
You're happy right now?
that is her happy face.
And at this point, Lee is just kind of like, "Oh, okay, fun's
Lee is
over."
just kind of like lying in the snow defeated, just like,
Yeah,
"Aw."
he's like, "Fun's over, okay."
Boo.
Jacob has a sudden epiphany as he just sits there and goes, "Fuck, we left the ones that have literally no self-control down there."
For her, she's gonna look at him going, "No, but we did leave Rasmus and Galar with them, and Galar, I have a feeling, can keep some men in line."
Eurydice is just one of the leaders of the dumbass, the Tweedle dumbasses for a reason.
So, continuing your work, about 5 hours from the time you start passes before you finally finished the last mending that needed to be done and reached the summit of this portion of the mountains. where Diana, Jacob, Grim, Rogar, his horse, and your Frostshine friend are all
Oh, it has a name
waiting.
now.
I would
Sir
like to
Alder.
think that at one point, Orion got distracted and Eurydice had to resort to threatening his watch.
Probably.
The live pocket watch that he's got.
Probably.
No, Diana, she's gonna go over to Rasmus when they all get back up there, and she's like, "Thank you so much for doing that. I feel better knowing that if anybody else tries to get up that, it's actually gonna be safer now."
Yeah, the ladders are a bit problematic, especially with the rope and the cold. Definitely need to look at getting something a little more
Orion
permanent.
is just cradling a
I would
pocket
love
watch
to,
in his
but as
fucking
far as
bed.
I know, I don't think we know any people with enough trades to actually come through and strengthen it.
But when things get situated and things are a little calmer, we can probably talk about getting some of the folk I know to come over here and fix some things up.
Becoming more and more. I like you a lot more and more.
Thank you.
I love how that was a question.
Honestly, so Diana's gonna use she's gonna use her magic cut spell. She's actually going, because she can fit up to 8 people in that. She's going to offer Galar, Rasmuth, and was it she had 2?
Just 3.
3, okay, I can't fit them. But she's gonna offer to let Galar and Rasmuth stay in the little bubble with them.
Okay.
At
It's
least be-
protection and privacy, and there's no wind and whooshy whoosh.
And it's a little walnut.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Fashion a little net or tent for the 3 outside.
I can't do it
And-
for the dumbasses or anything. I can only
No,
fit
that's
so many
fine.
people.
No. And you set up camp up there. It is basically getting, starting to get dark. The temperature is actually dropping further as the sun sets below the peaks of the mountains. And what kind of watches are you stationing?
Well, Eurydice and Lee would take one because they can trance. And they only need to sleep for
Actually,
4
if I can ask, I know you two are a thing. Could one person take one watch and the other one take the other, seeing as you guys don't actually sleep?
Well, excuse me, I can sleep.
I know you can now, but I'm more so thinking it's
Meanwhile,
better
in
to
the
have
background-
one and then one rather than the 2 of you together.
Yeah, that's fine. And meanwhile, in the background, Echo was just taking out like his batteries and just crumpling to the ground.
All right.
But yeah,
so
yeah, no.
So Ulysses, you're taking first watch and Lee second, or
Yeah.
Lee first and okay. So who's taking the third watch?
I'll
Well,
go
you know what?
for it.
Lee will go first. Eurydice will go second.
Okay.
I'll take the third.
Actually,
And Antonio.
And how
Okay.
how long are you gonna have each watch set? 2-hour watches, 3-hour watches? What are you doing?
1-hour watches sound pretty damn easy.
no, we're gonna have to trade a lot more people if we do 1 hour
I'd say
watches.
2.
I don't just do 4 hours watches. 4-hour watches because
No.
Lee
Well-
and I.
The first 2 can.
You and
Yeah,
Lee can
I was
do
like,
that.
I can't. Yeah, I'm a.
You and Lee could pull that off because of your
Yeah,
trance.
because just then so that we only need 4 hours of rest.
Well,
Which
the
we'd
way-
only need 2 watches at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, it's not really gonna be light enough out to set track. So it's been about 10 to 12 hours.
Alright, well. It's still a nice benefit of just having everyone.
Mhm. All right.
And
So 2 man watches?
has like
So
this-
there would be one watch of
2-minute
4.
watches.
So there's one watch of 4, one watch of 4, and then one watch of 2.
That
Or
will
4.
work if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Does that leave the like 10-ish hours needed for the sun to come up?
Yeah, basically.
And you guys can do the 4 hours and then you sleep for 4 hours, right?
yeah.
Essentially.
Thing to remember, I believe the hut only lasts 8 hours.
Yes. Excuse me.
All right. So,
It's a brisk wake-up call. And it gives us a couple of hours to prepare everything before we continue on.
Yeah, I'll definitely take her watch. I'm gonna get a Bruce wake-up call.
Alright. So, Ulysses, I need you to roll perception for Lee.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Lee. Oh, hey, sweet. 22.
Alright. And as he's on watch, the fog begins to clear up a little bit. But that just actually makes things colder as the night air gets more crisp.
Yeah.
And when he comes to get you, it is absolutely freezing.
Yeah,
This
she
is the
will let
coldest you
him-
have ever felt anything.
She will let him have her spot in the hut.
Okay. And I need a perception check from you, actually.
Really? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I'm switching back to my page when I know my perception bonus. 31.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice. So,
I see
you-
all.
as you are sitting your
Good
watch,
shot on.
as you are sitting your watch, and you are looking about, the night seems still, and your gaze drifts up, and you see more stars in the sky than you have ever seen. It's almost like they doubled the amount. There's just so many, and it is beautiful. And then your gaze kind of drifts back down from it, and you're looking around. And you actually see, off towards the north, it does look like, as you look at the terrain, there are some mountain, some kind of a valley set up between this set of mountains and this next set that rise a little higher. Then you see it does that again, and further on in like the third kind of range of mountains that are there, you think you can see a light.
Ooh.
As it like a pinpoint of light. Way off, up on the mountains, way to the north.
Okay, can I tell what it is? Or is it just a light?
It's just a light.
If you wake me up, you might, but I have to go back to sleep.
No, Ulysses will just kind of look at it, and if she's sensing no danger, she is gonna kind of just stargaze
No,
for a
you
while.
don't-
And if she hears something, like she will be actively listening for stuff. But
The only other thing that you notice is it's
it's fucking
almost
cold.
well but it's almost hypnotic, and it almost makes you want to fall asleep on watch.
Oh yeah.
Is
Start
the,
walking
the
around.
very rhythmic, deep breathing of the frost giant as he sleeps. It is just a
Ulysses will just start doing like exercises, just like jumping jacks and stuff. Just like, gotta keep myself moving, gotta stay warm, gotta stay awake. Da, 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 da.
and then the rest of your watch passes by uneventfully. Rogar, you're taking the last 2 hours. I need you to roll a perception check.
My horse is helping me. Mostly, my horse is doing most of the watching. So for me, I got an 18. Don't worry, my horse, I know my horse. My horse got a 12.
All right. You notice how cold it is. Once again, this is the coldest that you have ever experienced. And the air is really crisp and clean. Toward the end of your watch, you finally start seeing the first rays of sunlight peeking over the mountains. And other than that, it's just, your watch is uneventful. And you all wake up and you've had a long rest. And at that point, when you get up, Najurmad stretches as he stands up, and he looks over to you all and he says, I have led you this far. I believe your destination is that way. And he points towards north. And Ulysses, you would recognize that his finger is pointing almost directly at the mountainside where you saw the light.
Diana will smile. She'll be like, thank you so much for getting us up here and making sure nothing bad happened. The moment I have the throne again, I'll be coming back out to fully solidify our agreement and our trade.
Good. Farewell. And he turns and kind of trudges back down the pass again, almost as if they are stairs. Just one little ledge after another, kind of stepping down, making his way down. And I assume you continue off on your journey to the north.
Yeah.
On the road again.
No, Jacob turns
Time
around.
on
and
Dragon
heads
Ball
back
Z!
Yeah, no, Orion pulls out like a hang glider and just goes back down the way they came. Just like, goodbye.
Jacob jumps
No.
off the side of the cliff.
Oh,
Gainer.
No, that is where we will end it for tonight. And everyone gets one inspiration point. So, there we go. All right, so thank you everyone for joining us for our session tonight. I hope you had a good time. Congratulations to our Winnie, I can't speak tonight. Our winner, Agent Baja, of the Dice Tower. I will be contacting you again via Whisper to get the information going and make sure that's all taken care of so I can ship that out to you. And don't forget, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our Tailspire Collaborative build stream, and we will be doing a Tailspire giveaway. So we'll be giving away a Tailspire key to one lucky winner. So come join us for that. Other than that, I think that's it, everyone. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Bye.